Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of All Myths Are True. We're back after a week off last week because I was sick. Guess what? Still sick, but that's okay. I said I was going to run this game, and we're doing it because I'm no quitter. And these are my fine friends who like to play games, so they're here on a weirdly scheduled week to play in this game with me. Before we get started, I should look at my calendar to see what games we have coming up on the channel. This weekend we've got, everything's regular this weekend, right?
Yes.
Someone who knows more than I do. Great. I see some heads.
Yes.
Nodding. Wonderful. Hey, Sean, did you make sure that the stream was actually making sounds this time?
Yes. I mean, it's saying it's on my screen here. If it's not,
Sorry,
it's not me.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry. Schedule time this weekend on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We will have a new episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball.
Thunderball.
Thank you.
Thunderball.
I thought that was a thing we were gonna do. It's really awesome. We play D&D and also sports, but not real sports, just sports where we roll dice and pretend like we're playing sports, and it's really, really fun. And then on Sunday, we will be back for Slang 101 after a few weeks off because, again, I was sick, but we'll be back on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then moving forward, our schedule for this game, these next couple weeks, is a little wonky because we're on an off week. So after today, we will have 2 weeks off, and then we're going to be back on Thursday, March 19th. And then we'll be back to our regular bi-weekly schedule because of illness and traveling and all that stuff. So be prepared for that. We'll tweet about it. I'll post about it. No worries. You don't need to write any of this down. It won't be on the test. Is there anything else?
What is on the test? I need a review for it.
On the test. Well, here's the thing. In a few minutes, I'm going to start putting up the PowerPoint slides, and anything that's on the PowerPoint, you're going to want to have in your notes.
Got it. I'll
just
start
kidding.
the Google Doc now.
I'll do
the 80s. What's PowerPoint?
The projector slideshow.
Did they have the
Yes.
overhead projectors with like the clear?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think I said there was one. I mean, if they can play videos and stuff on a projector, probably those existed, right?
Probably.
I don't know. Anyway, before we do any more jokes or play the game to lighten the mood, I'll do our bummer announcement real quick. Unfortunately, because of some IRL things that have come up for the foreseeable future, Tidefall is being canceled. We're very sad and we'll miss it a lot, but just so everyone is aware, our schedule is changing up a little bit in that regard. So I think that's it. Is there anything else I need to announce? Because you guys know I didn't write any of it down. Great. A wonderful, perfectly scripted and professional delivery, as always. But we're here to play Tales from the Loop. So let's do that. Do I have the happy music on? I don't even have my volume on. I don't know what I'm playing right now. Yeah.
I've been digging it.
Great. We'll keep
Can't
it
just stop.
for now. So since it's been a couple of weeks, I'll do a little bit of a recap. Not much, because I'm sure you guys remember more than I do anyway. But where last we left off a few weeks ago, the 4 kids in front of you were in the midst of a strange mystery taking place in the town of Fountain City, Alabama, in just a couple of weeks left of August before they returned to school in early September to start the 7th grade. They discovered through the raiding of a Blockbuster and kidnapping of Mike's friend Ruby that some of the adults in their town were acting very strangely, considering they raided, destroyed most of a blockbuster, and kidnapped a 15-year-old child. Thoroughly traumatized, they set out to discover the truth, breaking into their local high school, among other things, and discovering that it seems like good old Karen, head of the PTA, was brainwashing a lot of the adults in the town through some sort of video about the perfect, idyllic fountain city that she had created. You discovered some of her research. A couple of you broke into her house and stole a bunch of her stuff, and subsequently turned your hideout into a bit of an evidence dungeon. You read through her files and discovered a lot about her research, a lot about this video that she had created, and is getting ready to play for the entire town at the Fountain City Cultural Festival, which opens tomorrow. It's currently Sunday evening around dinner time. And you have begun, I guess, hatching a plan to deal with this. Is there anything I missed? That seems like the important stuff.
Christopher Clark Scott is an amazing NPC.
I don't
talk to him more.
Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and you also met Mr. Clark Scott, Christopher Clark Scott, who I have in my notes as the AV teacher man.
Yes.
Does that sound familiar?
Yep.
Yes.
Big Chris Traeger energy.
Yeah, big Crusader energy. I do remember that.
Traeger.
It's just burned into my brain forever. And I'm just positive that he's going to show up again until he unceremoniously dies in a terrible AV accident. Not to be confused with an ATV accident. That's completely different.
I'm swapping my anchor to Christopher Clark Scott so he can't die.
You can't. You told me I could say who your anchor was. No, just kidding. He's great and funny, and I'm glad he's here. Anything else? Okay. Well, then we will pick up where we left off shortly after where we left off. We'll say I had put on the thing on Roll20 that it was Monday, but I think you guys decided you wanted to do something Sunday night. So it is still the evening of Sunday, August 18th, 1985. It is after dinner. All of you had sort of split off to your own homes to go eat dinner with your parents or guardians or cousins' family. In the case of Mike and Mel, you were together currently at Mel's house. Yeah. What do you want to do? What I want to do is put on some different music. Now what do you want to do?
Not annoying Mel, even though I really want to be throwing food at him just because. But I won't.
You're being nice?
Yes.
Okay. Mike's being nice.
I'm stunned.
What's everyone else doing? This takes a lot of energy from him, so that's his action this round.
I'm pulling a prank.
That's
Wait a
what
minute.
Mel is assuming.
Yeah.
Awkward dinner table. What are we doing? Because we talked about maybe meeting back up and maybe saving those kids, right?
Yeah, or at least scouting out the athletics complex where there are
Athletics
maybe
complex.
shadow
Okay,
people.
I couldn't remember what it was called.
That was the thing I didn't mention in the recap. Also, in Karen's notes, there was a mention of shadow people in all caps. Now I've done it.
I was hoping if we didn't mention it, we would have just forgotten it and we didn't have to save the whole town from 2 different issues. Like, we haven't even finished issue 1 and you're already throwing shadow people at us.
Well, maybe we don't have to worry about the shadow people. Maybe they're nice.
Hopefully, but also Axel has brought as many flashlights from his house as he could.
Perfect. Flashlights are good. So, question: do we watch the Alien movie before we try to go sneak into somewhere? I remember that being on the docket at one point. So we can all just be terrified
Have
the
you
whole
done?
time.
There was discussion of taking the Alien VHS and chopping and screwing it and doing something to it.
I was gonna do that tomorrow morning.
That's
was
right.
the plan.
Yes.
I couldn't remember if we'd already done that or not. Perfect.
Did we end up getting a second copy?
I don't think we have one just yet.
I
But
guess
soon.
we gotta ask for another copy.
Yeah.
Or go
That's
break
right.
back into the high school and try and get into that room.
You do know where like all of the horror movies in the city are.
Yeah, in the high school, not in Blockbuster because I got stolen.
Yes, but Danny specifically chose to be able to break back into that
I
door whenever
did.
she wants.
I did. Okay, but first,
That's near the athletics complex. Worst case, we'll stop by Ruby's in the morning and be like, taking this, and then just.
thanks for buying multiple copies. Hope you didn't need all these.
By the way, I was meant to tell you that you're no longer needed at work anymore because it's destroyed.
Are you firing her?
No,
Wait, can you fire her?
no.
Sounds like you're trying to fire
Well,
her.
If by the rules of the game the adults are useless, then they are his parents are useless to the point where they can't fire Ruby.
You can
and
now
so
call me Man
Mike is
Mike.
running Blockbuster.
Mike's in
Ruby
charge.
basically owns a Blockbuster. Isn't that 80s great, you guys?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, what are you guys doing? Axel got a bunch of flashlights. How many flashlights do you have?
Let me roll a
Roll-
d4.
Wait, is there a role for having things?
Actually, maybe.
Wait, because there's a lot
I
of
don't
moves. In
know.
you guys know it's been 3 weeks. I don't remember how to play this game. Huh. Contact? That's probably a person.
That's for people, yeah.
Roll a D100, and that's how many flashlights you have.
100 flashlights.
And roll a D3 to determine how many batteries you have.
I was gonna say a D10,
Oh.
and then we'll learn how paranoid Axel's parents are. I don't think there's rolling for having things.
I mean, there is kind of so some of the stuff under build and tinker,
Tinker.
kind of like, or no. So the game master will tell you what it takes to build something, and that's where I'm saying you need a certain item, you need new
Okay.
tools, things like
You
that.
don't want to build a flashlight. Okay. Roll a D8.
Okay. I got
Do
5.
5 flashlights.
One of them's probably like the big hefty mag light,
Mm.
and then
And that one's like a
there's-
teeny one.
yeah.
Do you have one that? Do you have like one of those little headlamps?
They can
Maybe.
take whatever form you
Ooh.
like. But they all have to be different.
Yeah. So we've got big heckin' mag light. We've got teeny tiny pen light. I think there's a headlamp of some kind.
Very
Yeah,
like a
maybe.
chunky plastic one.
Yep, that's like bright neon colors.
Yeah, like that.
And then there's just like a book light.
That's
It's
what you
got
have.
Yes.
But everyone's got a light.
Maybe
There you
someone
go.
gets the pen light and the book light. And by their powers combined, it's almost a flashlight.
Tape them together with some electrical tape.
Can I have the headlight?
Okay.
Yes. Now when I look at people, I blind them. Not just with my dashingly handsome good looks. So
I don't know how I knew you were gonna say that.
Dashingly handsome 12.
All right, who has what? Who has the other flashlights? Because
think
it
I-
seems like it's gonna be thematically interesting.
What if I
I'm
took
wondering-
the book light and I clipped it onto Barry's collar?
Oh, then he's got a little light.
That's right. Your dog's called Barry. I was about to be like, I'm not wearing a collar. That's so rude. I'm not the punk rocker.
Okay,
Whoa.
Barry can have the book light.
I'll take the chunky neon one.
Okay.
We all know Mel gets the pen light because
I guess I get the big mag light.
Yes, the chunky one.
Great. Everyone remember what flashlight you have.
yep,
Writing it down
strapped
right
to
now.
my head.
Okay, now that
we all know the light's gonna fail and be like, uh-oh.
Now that I spent 10 minutes talking about flashlights, what are you guys doing?
Do we have batteries?
Yeah.
Spare batteries?
Yeah.
Because we all know in horror movies the flashlights fail at the worst possible time. So if we make sure we got new batteries.
We can't account for the horror that's about to happen. Can't prep for that.
It's night time and we're going looking after shadow people where everything is a shadow. This is probably the worst time to go after them.
Let's do it. I'm doing it.
Yes.
Danny's gonna head to our hideout for us to team up and then go to the athletic complex.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to do to prepare?
Can't think of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Do we have a plan, or are we just going, looking through a window, opening up a door, and
Yeah.
I mean, it worked at the high school.
okay?
We are all 12.
Is there
We can't
is there,
really think
like-
more than 10 minutes ahead of time.
Planning? What is that?
Does anyone have like a baseball bat, or is there like a big stick I can grab? Because
I mean, there's like trees and stuff around the.
yeah, I know.
I
But I
know.
was thinking if someone had a baseball bat first.
Any of you play sports?
I wasn't gonna look at Mel. I'm
games.
looking at Danny more than Axe. Danny's some.
Does Dan
No offense,
play
Axel, but you know,
sport?
like, sporting
One
type.
of your brothers at least probably has.
Yeah,
something.
maybe one of my brothers could be a baseball boy.
Is he the smoker?
Slowly.
I'm saying
I-
it uses.
I don't know.
Uses smoker, which keeps.
Trying to
So the
think of-
real question is, can you convince your brother to give you his baseball bat?
I can certainly try.
Or snake it?
Sneak. We could try to sneak it first.
Okay. Sneaks. That's just a move called sneak. Yep. I was like, there's something for this.
Ask for forgiveness and permission.
Yeah.
Its body,
Oh, yeah, the
so
ability to
it's
steal.
3, and then another one. Okay.
You can do this.
Ooh, that's 2 6s.
Okay.
Go Sace.
So you succeed, so you get the baseball bat, and you get a bonus effect.
Ooh, okay, let me
which
look at.
there are only 2. And you don't need to give a success to another kid, so you would find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for.
2 baseball bats or something.
You got something unexpected or 2 baseball bats.
Let's get another baseball bat.
I was hoping you were gonna say.
He found
Great.
a Playboy magazine.
Yeah, you find.
I mean, maybe, probably.
Yeah,
Of
you
course.
you find two wooden baseball bats sort of propped up in the corner of
Heck
your brother's room. He is somewhere else in the house currently, so you sort of wait until you know where he is. Just kind of sneak around the corner, snag both of the baseball bats, and run away. Successful heist. There we go. That's how you do it.
All right, so I got like these 2 baseball bats. Hopefully we won't need them.
Choose one.
I mean, you just hit with it.
Yeah, can I please use one? And that's ow. That's
I mean,
my
sure.
old one. Yes.
Now,
So if you
do-
break it, we have to give my brother a new one.
You blame the shadow people.
Yeah, because that's totally gonna work.
It may. I don't know what worked around here.
Mike, have you ever used a baseball bat before?
I've used a cricket bat. Same thing.
Not the same thing at all. They're very different sports.
It's cricket.
Those hit balls, cricket's more exciting. That's
I mean, I'm
I
not
can
gonna
show you.
argue with
I know how to use this, Mel. Like,
You're going to
Oh.
hit me with a baseball bat, or you're going to you
No,
want me to
I
throw a
was just
ball
trying to-
for you?
yeah,
to
if
hit?
you want to do.
You want to play a
Jeez,
quick
what do you
pickup game
think
right
I'm gonna-
now?
You think I'm just gonna start?
Turns into the
Beef.
Sandlot.
Just gonna start beating my cousin with a baseball bat. I know what I'm doing.
Honestly, with the way Mike has acted, I wouldn't be surprised.
He has never hit you. He's been verbally, emotionally abusive, but not physically.
As we all know, it never turns to physical abuse.
He gave you that pep talk.
He did give me a
And then
pep
he
talk.
was mean after that.
Yeah, almost immediately.
Immediately.
Still gave the pep talk.
You essentially negged your cousin.
Oh boy.
All right. So, Danny, are you keeping the other baseball bat?
Yeah.
So yeah, you take your baseball bats and your flashlights and your dog and your boombox. I guess it's your big thing. I'm just gonna assume that you have all of those things, and whatever your other important stuff is. I don't remember your tool belt and your pack of gum, and you hop on your bikes.
Yes, I have my flavored chickle.
It does sound less like chili. You grab your most precious belongings, and the four of you hop on your bikes, Barry sort of running after, and you ride toward the athletic complex, which is over near the high school, sort of in the same, kind of all on the same big
Block.
literally
Campus?
Sure, any of those words.
Road.
None of them were in my brain. I'm just sitting here waving my arm like eventually I'll think of something. Yeah, campus is good. Kind of all one big campus area, one big tract of land, where this is sort of down the road.
Huge tract of land.
Yeah, it's a huge tract of land. We're never gonna accomplish anything. If I keep talking, I don't know why you guys let me run games. You get there. You sort of pull up a little ways away, and you can see the high school kind of off in the distance. This area of town is pretty flat, considering it's sort of right near, right on the edge of town, sort of near the lake and the park and the river, kind of off to the south, good old Alabama River. So you can see the high school kind of off in the distance, and then nearby to where you are, there's sort of a large for a high school, sort of outdoor football stadium, and then sort of off to one side, I'm going to say the sort of the eastern side of the complex, there are a couple of training fields, so kind of an open soccer field and a track, and then an indoor training area for the football team, the sort of large like gray kind of domed building.
All right, so kind of ideas from those notes where we should start first?
I'll look at Melody.
I was looking for on my unmute button. Did the note say anything? Give a location as to where they were keeping the kids?
They said no. At the bottom, they said shadow people in large letters.
Now this
with some question marks.
This athletic complex, is this something that is in use like by community programs and stuff?
I would say so. I think probably there is without a doubt a YMCA somewhere in this town. But I think probably the older like city sports probably use the like the soccer field and the track and stuff like that.
So I guess
and the football stadium too.
My question would be, if I'm looking at this, is there is this a place that is in use enough that there would need to be like a private area, or can I like maybe limit the number of places they might be based on like what might be usually like in use over the past couple days or since these kids went missing. So what I'm thinking is like if there's like an administrative office and there's like a public basketball court and stuff that people are still using on a regular basis, like a YMCA, that they're probably not being kept there. I just want to make sure I'm getting this is like a public use area that like anyone could walk into at any minute.
Yeah, I would say generally so. All of the outdoor stuff is like that. There's really only one. There's that one large building, which is like the probably where the offices and locker rooms and all of that stuff are. It's also like there's an indoor training field, which is for the football team. I think that's probably reserved for the high school team.
Gotcha. So what I would say is my guess would be probably probably the big building, more places to hide people, and less used. I doubt they're going to keep them anywhere, out front. Maybe the locker rooms.
Seems as good a place as any to check out.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Okay.
One of the missing kids we were looking for. I still have the sock that I took from what's his name?
Bobby Frazier.
Like
Bobby.
Bobby something?
Yeah,
Mhm,
Bobby.
Bobby Frazier.
I still have the sock I took from Bobby, so I am just going to like have Barry smell that and just like see if I can get Barry on the trail of where like if Bobby might be nearby or like one of the kidnapped kids, or also investigate because I know they ran away. I know they know something's going on here. Maybe they're nearby. Maybe that'll lead us to where people are being kept.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to have you roll to investigate using your doggo.
All right. Oh, I need to reset my luck points. Okay. And I
Yeah, if you haven't done that from last time, those reset every session.
Yeah, and I'm still exhausted, so that should be taken out.
Oh, yeah.
My thing here.
Yeah, if you're rolling from your sheet, it should automatically calculate. We get the 2 extra from the doggy.
Yeah, that's a 0. Oh wait, I get 2 extra for my dog. I forgot to
From your
add
iconic
those.
item.
Yeah, I'll just roll 2 more d6. Come on, Buck. All right. So that's no successes. I'm gonna use a luck.
About it.
I'm gonna do a luck point.
Okay, so you can re-roll all of those,
Okay.
including the extras.
Yeah, I rolled it all together this time. 1 success.
Like- Yay! I like that it just says dog named Barry.
You wonder why you get picked on, Mel. You stole some kid's sock. You're shoving it in your dog's face, okay? Oh, I'm going to call the RSPCA. We're going to have, like, animal rights. Peter's going to know all about it.
Oh, Barry loves that sock. I'm probably having to do everything I can to keep Barry from eating that sock. Barry probably thinks that sock is a toy.
No, he doesn't.
Are you letting out some of your own aggression about the fact that our dog wants to play with dish towels?
Yeah, it wants nothing
On
but
this
the
game.
dish towels. Yeah.
She keeps stealing dish towels
Spend
off the counter. Anyway,
$60
that's
on
one
toys.
success.
Okay.
You get to ask 2 questions, or as always in games I run, make some shit up and ask me.
I think
You're looking for kidnapped kids.
Yeah, I'm looking for kidnapped kids.
Okay. We'll say that's one of your questions. If you want another one, you can have it. But yeah, you hold the sock out to Barry. He snips it. How did you guys just ride like right up to the complex, or what are we looking at here?
I
was figuring we would.
I don't see any reason to think that we'd be worried about.
Yeah, because if we get caught, we have a baseball bat, a sporting complex. I can just say that we're here for training.
For some night baseball.
Yeah, gotta train in case, an eclipse happens and
Yeah.
you hit a home run for the school team and
Those surprise baseball eclipses.
in Australia it happens so often.
just like the 1935 World Series.
in this part of the loop, you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
You're pretty close to the center.
Why am I bullshitting to nobody right
It's good. It's good to script everything out. So you are sort of on one side of the big sort of indoor training building, the stadium, not far from where you are. You hold the sock out to Barry, and I think he sniffs it a couple of times and probably tries to like rip it out of your hand, and then sniffs it some more, remembers what he's supposed to be doing, and sniffs around on the ground for a moment, and I think very quickly, sort of following one of the paths, he sniffs along towards one of the doors, like the door that's nearest to you, kind of into the complex, and sniffs, and then kind of sits and starts to bark at the door.
I think they're in there.
now? We sneaking in, or are we just gonna kick in the door and run in screaming?
We should probably try and sneak in.
Okay, just weighing up the options here.
But also, point of order isn't. This is because I have not fully reread my notes yet, but doesn't it seem like Bobby just ran away? There aren't missing posters from him or anything, right?
No, but I think if I'm thinking Bobby might have figured out what was going on and maybe was also going to investigate this, might have run away to help people, or might have gotten caught trying to run away. I don't know.
Wasn't there notes about a test on a young kid first? Maybe it was test subject 1.
Yeah.
Maybe Bobby is the actual mastermind behind it.
I guess we'll find out. We need to...
I don't know this guy. He could be a mastermind.
They give off mastermind vibes, but I guess we'll
Karen,
find out.
did she give off crazy Perfect City vibes?
A little
Destroy
bit.
Okay.
I mean, she's like the head of the PTA. People are all a little passionate.
Okay. Well, who's going in first? Wait, is the door locked? Someone should check that.
Yeah, I was just gonna reach up and see is the door locked.
Yeah, you go to push on the door and it is locked.
All
Is
right.
there a window nearby?
Nope.
I mean, I could try to pick this lock like I did at the high school. That worked all right.
Yeah.
Okay, going to. I think we decided it was Tinker for picking
yes.
locks. Okay.
Yeah, it is under Tinker Manipulate.
Okay. She pulls out some tools from her toolbox.
All right. Have at it.
Oh, that's like 4 6s.
Whoa. Yeah, so you need 1 to pick the lock, and then whatever you have left over, you can put in 1 for 1 on bonus effects.
Okay,
3
wait.
to rebuild the door as a robot. That
Please. Okay.
Can you make the door sigh like in Hitchhiker's Guide from the Galaxy? It's like, ah.
I forgot about that part. They're happy doors. Okay, I'm gonna do it quickly, quietly,
Okay.
and then let's see. I mean, I get one more, right? Get one.
Yeah,
bonus
if you
back?
rolled 4, if you rolled
Yeah.
4, that's
Yeah, I rolled
still
4.
3.
Can I give a success to another kid? Because we talked about maybe sneaking in, so maybe when we start sneaking, if somebody needs success, can I do that? I don't understand how give success to another kid works.
Well, we've done it before when everybody was rolling for the same thing.
I think it's the same thing. So I think it's like 2 people were
I
tinkering.
don't know, and I don't have the book pulled up.
Okay, let me check. Let
If
me
we
look in the
can't
book. I've got
find
it pulled up.
Yeah, if we can't find it in the next like 15 seconds or so, then
There's always that.
I'll just decide.
Make it so you can get back into here whenever you want.
That is a good one.
I'm just picturing Danny going around and picklocking every door and being like, I can get back
Every
in whenever I want.
Yeah, are you keeping a list of which? Because I think you've done that twice now.
Bobby's house and
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
The
picked a
drawer
lot of
Bobby's house
doors,
in
but
high
only
school.
one I can get back into.
Only one? Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to look in the PDF, but I'm not really immediately seeing something.
Then let's just say, because that exists in a lot of moves, and this manipulate, I don't know is necessarily a move that you guys are going to be doing together a lot. So let's just treat it. I'll look more in depth later. For now, if you want to pick that, I'll just treat it as like essentially like a +1 forward.
Okay.
Where like you can give it to somebody and on their next roll they can have a success.
Okay, sweet.
I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay, I would like to do that.
And internet, if you know the actual rule, you can tell me, but it's 50-50 whether or not I'm going to listen.
okay, so the plan is we sneak in, we look for the kids. Are we going to put ourselves at risk for the kids?
I mean, there are varying levels of risk.
We don't know what shadow people are. Like if it's some demonic force or ghost, who are we going to call?
Well, apparently not the cops, because they can't.
I
be
set you up for
counting on shit.
Ghostbusters and you just... like,
Yeah, but they're all the way in New York. We're down here in Alabama.
don't you have an Alabama like franchise of the Ghostbusters around?
I don't think so.
Well, you guys really need to work on that.
Real quick before you guys talk any more about ghost busting, for the Morgan, for the give a success to another kid, I'm gonna go ahead and say if we're gonna treat it as a forward, go ahead and call who you're gonna give it to.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give it to. I can't remember who was bad at sneaking.
You guys can talk about it.
Yeah, who is not as good at sneaking?
I've
I'll
got
say
a +4 to my sneak.
Okay, I feel like I
I-
remember yours being good.
That's
What
your
is-
I got a
body, by the
plus-
way.
Body plus
I have-
move, or is it?
Body plus.
Yeah.
Body plus sneak.
Oh,
I rolled 6.
I have a 5.
Okay, so all pretty good. Okay, so actually Axel's is the worst. So I'll give it to Axel.
That's my. This is me, game balancing.
Oh, right. Perfect.
Okay,
So yeah, so
next
we're
roll, you
going
get a
in, we're
one
gonna
success, Axel.
sneak in, try and find the kids and save the kids. And are we fighting shadow people or running from shadow people?
I think running, but we do have these flashlights. I don't know if they'll do anything, but you know,
Okay.
you shine a light on them. Either it gets rid of the shadow or it makes it bigger. It's gonna be one of the two.
And who's very good at seeing stuff? Because I pay 0 attention.
I'll just keep looking, and if we see something that
I'm more
looks like
trying
a
to
shadow
march in
people.
order so I know how to lead us. So I can say the plan and roll lead so we have some successes.
Oh, do tell
I'm
us,
trying to-
leader.
I'm trying to suss out what our actual plan is. I'm going to be like, okay, this is what we do. We'll have Danny go first because she's got a bat. Mel's
Okay.
good at looking for stuff, so he can go second. Then Axel, then me. We'll try and find the kids, save the kids, and run from the shadow people if needed. Plus, you guys know where you're going. I have 0 clue. Is that good enough for a lead roll? Well, that's
mean-
the plan. If you guys follow that plan, we get bonuses.
It
Sounds
sounds
like
to
a
me
plan to
like
me.
you just told everyone what to do.
That's what's happening. So deal with it. With 2 successes, there is a 4 dice pool. We have an extra 4 dice we can add to rolls
Okay.
if you're
Oh,
following my
dang.
plan.
Yeah, so you have 2 successes leads to 4 dice that Mike can hand out to people if they're
Cool.
following his plan. You also, since you only needed 1 to succeed, you can get 1 bonus effect, I think. Or is that just
No, that's if
I don't
I'm like
remember.
having a heart to heart with someone.
Okay, never mind. You can't do that.
Lead is just 1 success is 2 dice, 2 success,
I need to
or
put,
3
like,
success.
I need to go in and put a line in between those two so I don't read it wrong. Great, good to know. So yeah, you've got your dice pool.
Okay.
So,
So I
are you
guess
following
let's
the plan?
Dolphin in team? Is Barry saying out as guard to bark if somebody comes, or is he coming with us?
Well, Barry has the scent, so I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
assume that bringing him is a good idea. And this is a big building. I do
Okay.
still have one question from my investigate roll.
Sure.
And it's gonna be something that, like, I don't expect there to be an answer right away, but as we are investigating for this, I'm looking for what threats can I perceive here. This is my second question.
Okay.
Mike.
Okay. Threats can I perceive here?
Don't include me. He knows I'm that.
Okay. So yeah, you. Well, my notes just force quit, so we're flying without a pilot, kids.
Well,
We can roll our sneak rolls while you open them back up.
That would be great. You open the door following Mike's plan. Everybody roll to sneak, which is body plus your sneak skill, plus any items, I guess, that make you more sneaky if anyone wants to argue for one of those. I don't think anyone
I'm
does,
trying to think
but
if there's any way that a dog could make me sneakier.
I think it does the opposite.
You
Could
move like a
Chickle make
dog.
me sneakier?
If I ride
No.
on Barry's back.
I'm going to use one of my luck points.
Okay.
I am also gonna use a luck point because I rolled terribly.
Axel, you have one
Yeah.
auto success.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
none on my own, but I'm gonna use the
no.
one from Danny.
Okay. So Axel's got.
Ah, there's a 1.
I don't know if I
Okay.
want to burn a second luck point already.
You can.
Oh,
There's other ways to reroll.
Have
Let's see.
die pool.
I can.
All there is.
So I can. Is there there's a check your
So there's
pride.
checking your pride and there's pushing the roll. If
Yeah.
your pride would help you here once per session, you can tell me how your pride would help you to succeed in the face of failure, and you can automatically have 1 success, or you can push, which is to take a condition. Tell me how you push yourself to take that condition, and then you can, I think, re-roll all your failure.
I think
all
I'm
your
gonna
failed dice.
I think I'm gonna make an argument for checking my pride, because
Okay.
my pride is nothing scares me. So I'm
Okay.
thinking this is a high stress situation. Like, we're sneaking into this place after dark. We've heard about shadow people. People are being brainwashed. There's a lot of scary stuff going on right now, and I think that this is sort of almost failing, and this is Mel kind of beginning to find himself kind of getting nervous and starting to jump at things, and then thinking back on the comic book heroes that have sort of that inspire him and that he reads on a regular basis, knowing that Batman wouldn't be afraid to sneak into here if the Joker was holding all of these kids hostage, that he won't be afraid either, and he's going to kind of just like take a big breath and try to steel himself.
Okay, I buy that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 1 automatic success. So Mel succeeds, Axel succeeds,
I got 1.
Danny succeeds.
No.
None.
The only option I got left is pushing the roll, but I automatically take the condition.
Mhm.
Can't use one of the 4 that you just made from following your plan.
I can't use it on myself.
Oh.
Oh wait, I forgot there was the rolls from the other thing. Never mind.
There's 4 die we can send to other people.
We'll hold
Okay,
on.
you
To
can
it.
use that for other people, but not you.
No, because I can't direct myself because I'm already amazing.
Say, if you
So
want to
what-
give one of those to anybody who re-rolled just then, which I think was just Morgan, you can. Otherwise, those will hold through like this
Yeah.
entire scene. So
As long
you
as
wanna
we're
hang on to
following
them, you can have them.
I will just take the loss.
Okay. So
I'm gonna trip over something.
You are also in the back,
Yeah,
ripe for the
Cool.
picking.
yeah, that's cool. I'm ready. I'm probably the one person who can talk the way out of trouble if they get caught, as you guys are all hidden.
Not unless we get ed by a monster.
Good luck talking
Shadow
to shadow
person?
people.
I have 2 to my 4, so I'll just swing away.
There you go. That's true. You do have baseball bat. All right, let's.
I just saw Alex's message in the Roll20 chat. Do you want to share with the class what you said?
So it was when Sean was saying, stealing himself to get in and talking about Batman and stuff, but stealing himself is something Colossus would do.
That was funnier than it had any right to be. Anyway,
You
everyone
are
needed to hear that
tired,
joke.
aren't you, Savvy?
Yeah, everyone needed to hear that joke because it was really funny. Good job. I'm trying to think of a reward to give for that joke. I'll think about it.
Success to me.
No, you didn't make it. So, the speaking music's on, everyone. You, after Danny has very quickly, quietly, skillfully popped the lock of the door open. Barry sort of sitting next to you, Danny, as you open the door, kind of pushes his way through, collar jingling just a little bit against him as he kind of sniffs along the floor and into the darkness of the training facility. You have opened the side door and found yourselves in this large, sort of domed building. You can just see. Do you have your flashlights on? Any of you?
Depends.
I'm
whether
I
it's
probably do because I failed. Is
there
this
any
one of the doors
light
that
here?
automatically
Yeah.
closes?
No, it's dark in here. I think especially it's nighttime outside. I did remember what time of day it was for the first time ever. I think it's easier for your eyes to adjust so you can kind of see a little bit kind of the outlines of shapes. You guys sort of find yourselves on the side of this training field, essentially. Next to you there are sort of some benches, and then there is a wall, a sort of padded wall a few feet in front of you, about, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet high or so, that kind of surrounds this field. But any farther than like, I don't know, like 10 feet out or so is darkness. You start to make your way into the facility, the side of this field. 3 of you following behind Barry, very quietly, kind of pressing yourselves up against one wall. Mike, however, sort of losing track of the group in front of you, and I think running sort of the the front of your legs just straight into one of these like metal bleacher style benches, and the rest of you hear this kind of clanging metal sound as Mike kind of flips over one of these benches and just lands right on his butt on the other side. Very loud sound.
Cheese and crackers.
Another very loud sound.
Mike, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Do nothing a little quieter.
Mel, as you hear this clanging sound and this kind of whispering next to you, you hear from what is almost like a catwalk. There's sort of this like second level to the outer rim of this training facility. This kind of like metal walk that goes like around the field, essentially. I don't know if you would know this, but just for everyone at home, to sort of give during practice and everything, coaches a sort of like bird's eye view of what's happening on the field during practice. We might know anything about sports, but from this metal catwalk above you, you hear a shifting, and then what sounds like footsteps.
There's someone up there.
I got the... You guys are already stealthy. I'm still on my ass, aren't I?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can get up. You're not like injured or anything, but
Let's
you
leave
made a
him
lot of noise.
behind. He's too late for him. We can't save him. I'm just kidding.
It's too late.
No. Mel, you're meant to actually stop and be like, no, I got you, man.
Is there anything we can like duck under, or like are there stadium seats or something that we can like hide in, or
Not really. There's I mean, this place isn't really built for like a lot of people like viewing. I think off to one side, maybe like off to the like the right side, kind of where you guys have come in and kind of press yourselves up against the wall. It goes farther out. There's like a hallway which would lead probably to like a set of offices or locker rooms or something like that. So you could kind of continue that way and duck around the corner.
okay?
Which
Then
way is Barry going?
Barry has headed off toward the left side, sort of past where Mike has fallen, and is starting to go toward a set of like metal stairs that is going up to that second level.
up to where we're hearing the noises.
Yes.
We could just say Barry broke in. We'll just leave Barry behind.
I go running after Barry.
You go running after Barry as Barry sort of makes it to the bottom of these stairs and starts to sniff up. And Mike, they're not Mike, Mel, I knew I was going to do it eventually. Mel, since you were on the lookout for danger specifically, I think you continue to hear some creaking. And then after a second, at the top of the stairs, you see this shadowy figure appear. Kind of just on the edge of your vision.
You don't have your torch on, do you, friend?
Do
Your
I?
cousin. Yes.
No, because I got the book light that I was going to clip onto Barry's collar, so I don't personally have a light.
Did you also take the pen light?
Yeah,
There was
there's
a little
also
bitty
pen
pen
light.
light.
You had 5.
Oh, yeah, so I have the pen
Okay.
light too. Woo.
Is that turned on?
Woo.
Nerd.
No,
Nerd.
it's stuck in my back pocket in case I need to do any light reading.
That's what Barry's there for, with the book light.
reading.
Oh, my cousin's in trouble, potentially.
I'm gonna help Mike up.
My cousin's in trouble. I'm gonna flick my light on and look up. Let's draw attention towards me.
Okay, so Danny, you sort of sidle over and help Mike.
I really just caught 3 of us instead of a dog and my cousin.
Mike, you flip the headlamp on and look directly up. You are looking at the bottom, sort of several feet above you, the bottom of this kind of metal grated walkway.
Why'd you turn the light on? Come on. Well, right up that way.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm standing there looking up, and I'm like,
Come on.
oh,
She kind of like yanks on you.
okay. And like, well, did we all hear the sound? Or just Mel?
Not initially, no. Mel, Barry in front of you starts to sort of make his way sniffing up the stairs.
I turn back. Can I see my friends behind me? Just
Yeah, they weren't that far away. Now there's like a headlamp light flailing around.
Yeah, or just like dicking around back there.
Yeah, so I think you see
I don't
as
want to
this
trip over something.
yeah, as this this light is kind of moving around as Mike
Oh, yeah.
moves his head. You see Mel, I think, first, and then all of you start to see in a couple of places, Mel, you at the top of the stairs, and then a couple of you kind of across the field from where you are, like across on the other side at the 50-yard line. because it's not a full-size field, but the middle of the field. Just very briefly as the light passes across a couple of like dark shadowy figures kind of making their way around the edge of the field, kind of in your direction.
So they're coming around like the opposite side of the field from where we are standing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think if we all see these now, does it seem like they're now just visible because of the light, or do they have any other kind of reaction to the light on them?
They don't seem to react to it, and I think they're far enough away that it's kind of hard to see, especially because Mike is doing a little bit of flailing around. But essentially what you saw is just these two kind of, vaguely humanoid shapes in the shadow, just kind of as the light passed near them, that are moving your way.
I think since I have the powerful mag light, I'm gonna flip that on and try and shine it at one of the figures and see what that does.
Okay. Yeah, you flip on the mag light and you shine it over there. Yeah, this thing's super bright. I think as you do, as you shine it sort of directly on them, you see what looks like two people. One of them, it's hard to see anything because they move very quickly, but one of them, shorter than the other, sort of ducks down as the light comes that way behind the wall, and the other one kind of puts up their arms in front of their face. And then I think you all hear sort of just briefly from across the gym, "What the hell?"
Guys, maybe those are normal people.
Hey, turn that off.
I think Axel does, and then tries to move somewhere else still quietly because they are presumably still blinded from having a giant light in their eyes.
Yeah, and you did succeed on your stealth, so that plus light, I think, yeah, they probably really don't know where you are.
Now we'll turn on the strobe light.
Try to turn off his headlamp. I don't think you know how this thing works.
I don't know. It just turned on.
He was pressing buttons. There's flashing from the headlamp as Danny and Mike are
I'll play some music from the boombox and we can have a party.
Axel, mostly hidden, still having been pretty sneaky, and then blinded someone with a mag light. Mel, in front of you. Barry, you've turned back, or were you following him up the stairs?
No, they're doing their stuff back there. I'm going to keep going up the stairs.
Okay, you keep going upstairs. You follow behind Barry, and there is this other figure at the top of the stairs, and you see Barry with the did you turn on the book light
On Barry's collar?
Yeah.
If I had it on, I've turned it off now, because I do not want anyone to see the light bopping around over here. So I kind of have I have one hand looped around Barry's collar and letting him kind of pull me along if I'm having trouble seeing.
Okay, so he sort of pulls you along up the stairs, and I think you can kind of see this dark figure at the top of the stairs as you come up, kind of scramble back a little bit. It's actually about your size, and Barry, I think, sort of pulls you basically right up to it and just starts sniffing around, where its feet would be.
Yeah, as soon as we get close enough and I see them backing up and I hear the voices downstairs, I just go, Bobby Fischer?
Who are you?
Frazier? You're not the professional chess player?
Bobby Fischer.
The man who beat the machine?
Fucking Mel's idol.
I don't remember what year that happened. Was he a kid in the 80s, or did that happen in the 80s? I have no idea.
It's lost to the ages.
Yeah.
And he sort of moves a little bit towards you. And he's like, wait.
Mel Finch.
Oh, you're that nerd.
All right.
Hey, what are you
Well,
doing here?
Is he talking loud enough for us to hear so I can laugh?
No.
Nerd.
Nope.
It's in the background.
just because people are quiet and don't talk anyway, that's fine. Whatever. I'm here because we were looking for you and because of all the weird shit going on in town.
Oh no. Did they get your mom too?
I don't think so. They? Who's they?
Well, my mom, I guess.
Okay, just making sure we're on the same page here. So your mom's brainwashing parents in town and making them burn movies. I don't really get the follow-up to this plan, but
I don't really know, but that's why we're here.
we wait. The other kids?
Yeah. Just me, Ella, Laurel, Charlotte.
So they weren't kidnapped. They ran away? Like you.
Yeah.
Okay. My friends are downstairs. I need to quickly are we safe
I
here?
can tell.
Are we safe here? That your parents don't know you're here?
Guess not, because we're all still here. Ella's
Okay.
been here for like 2 weeks.
All right, I need to make sure my cousin doesn't hit one of them with a baseball bat. Hold on.
You brought a
all you
baseball
hear-
bat to find
all
missing
you
kids?
hear is Mike going to Danny, I'll save you all. And you just hear him yell out shadow people as he starts
Yeah,
charging.
I hold up my
Mike. Now Mike screams, "Shadow people!" starts running, and the rest of you hear from upstairs a horrified, "You brought a baseball bat to find missing kids?"
People. Ah!
I go,
What do you-
Running at the-
wait,
any of you
Mike. It's okay. There are no shadow people.
Damn straight there isn't.
I mean, you seemed pretty convinced a second ago when you were screaming.
Yeah, that's why there's no shadow people anymore.
What do you mean there was no shout? Like,
Yeah, they better run.
Axel, from where you are, I think you hear sort of footsteps coming close. And as they get close to you, I don't think they see you because you're kind of tucked off to the side. But you see one of them sort of, I guess there's probably dim light in here from the headlamp at this point. One of them a familiar face, a face from a missing poster that you guys saw at Blockbuster, of Ella Wilkinson, who's 15 and been missing for a couple weeks, and then one younger girl, I say younger, about your age, I think that you also recognize, whose name is Charlotte. She is a classmate of yours, the same age as the four of you. And they sort of make their way around and up kind of next to, not right next to, but in the general direction of Danny and Mike.
Can we just save people?
I mean, it kind of found us a little bit. Hey guys.
Yeah, I think we save people.
I think the taller one, Ella, kind of says, "Hey, you little shits, make enough noise."
Excuse me?
That was him.
We just
What
got
are
rid
you-
of the shadow people. You're welcome. Jesus.
We are the shadow people, dipshit.
You're not. You're the missing kids who were kidnapped by the shadow people. Tell them, Mel.
I told you
You
there
got
were.
paperwork and everything that said kidnap kids and shadow people.
I said yesterday that there weren't any, or earlier today, a couple hours ago. I've lost all sense of time. That there weren't any
It's like,
shadow
but you
people.
losing all sense of time don't mean anything.
I said there weren't any shadow people. You should have listened to me.
No.
Mom
So
sure thinks there's shadow people.
Yeah.
So
We know.
you created this rumor to keep them away?
Listen, Karen's lost it and she thinks there's shadow people or something living here, and if it keeps her away, we let her think that.
That's pretty smart.
So did you guys find out about all the weird like videotape stuff that they're doing? The adults?
Not a lot. Enough.
feel like sharing that information. Do you think that would be helpful?
I mean, you sound like you know more than we do if you know about the shadow people. But at least one of all our parents got. So we came here.
Charlotte is the one Ruby wanted us to find, right?
Laurel is the one Ruby wanted you to find.
It's her friend.
Who hasn't made an appearance yet. So I think Mel, from where you are, Bobby in front of you, kind of listening to what's happening, and I assume probably following you down the stairs so you all can have a regular conversation. Kind of looks over his shoulder and is like, Laurel. And from kind of around one corner behind, like, I don't know, a stack of mats or something, you guys see another head like poke up. And I think Bobby looks at you, Mel, and is like, Laurel was never real good about the like scaring people thing. She decides.
So what are you doing here besides hiding? Do you have a plan, or
Mostly living, says Ella. I mean, we can't go home.
Do you have food here?
Snacks. You hungry?
Mike, we just
No, I'm
ate.
gonna be like, did you want? I was seeing if they wanted food. Gosh!
Axel will come out from his hiding spot at this point and say, chewing gum is not food.
I think everyone, all the shadow people jump.
Axel comes out of nowhere.
Gonna
I
do
also
the
jump because
Magli
I have
under
no
my
idea
face
he's-
thing at this point.
From over by Mel, Bobby is looking at you and like looks at the girls and is like, now that's what I'm talking about. Like, if we're gonna do shadow people.
Mel, can you give Bobby back his sock now?
Why do you have my sock?
Because we were trying to find you.
Yeah, we thought you got a lot kidnapped.
Because, yeah, like you have a dog.
Yeah, here's your sock.
Thanks. He puts it in his pocket.
Does anybody want some flavored chickle? I'll hand out the chewable gum.
I guess
Is there a
Laurel
way we
takes a
could-
piece.
Shorten that from chewable gum. I don't know, something like
Chickle.
chew. I don't know. It's like
No, it's called chewable gum, and that's what it's called. Like a Mel, Vin. Yeah,
Melville. But sure.
I'm going to go away from this place because you guys couldn't show me. And we need another copy of Aliens, and Ruby needs to know that Laurel is safe, and Ruby can bring food.
Well, we've got more people here that can help us now too.
Yeah,
With the
let's
plan.
grab the other. We'll grab Ruby because she knows what's going on as well. Get the other thing. Plus, we just saved her friend from the shadow people. And yes, I know you are the shadow people, but it sounds cooler when it's saying my way.
I think Laurel kind of finally pipes up after taking a piece of gum from you and is like, Ruby sent you?
Yeah, she seemed pretty afraid. She came to the best detectives there are. Plus, probably the only 4 people she knows have not brainwashed.
Oh, you're that
Plus,
movie
we did
kid,
save
huh?
her. I'm the what?
The movie kid.
As in her boss. Yeah.
Right.
Can I take my piece of chickle back?
Nope. Nope.
Squeeze them out. Give it a
Nope.
Gross.
rude.
Yeah, so we got this plan Because they're gonna like brainwash the town.
Well, they informed the plan. Anybody else want to come get Ruby?
That's
She
a
has
lot.
the other alien movie.
Why do you need an alien
I
movie?
really don't know why.
Can someone please tell me what is happening?
Okay,
here?
let's get you caught up. And so, overview of they're going to try and brainwash the whole town. And we found out if we scare people
Oh,
enough, it
that's
can cancel out the brainwashing. And so, we're trying to insert the chest burster scene into either a copy of the brainwashing film or just some way to interrupt that while everyone is there at the opening ceremony.
So Axel runs down the plan. I think everybody listens, and then you sort of get to the end of it, and you hear just a big gum bubble pop, and Laurel from the back says, "Cool."
I mean, yeah, we got kind of a plan, but if it doesn't work out, I'm not sure what else we can maybe do. If you all thought of ways, or have you just been hiding out here?
Well, we sort of just been hiding out. We couldn't go home.
Can we expand the myth of shadow people?
And do what with it?
Somehow that kept Karen away. If the
Yeah.
town's infested with spooky ghost monster creatures, it won't be the idyllic town Karen wants.
Well,
Or she'll
according
just
to Bobby,
try.
according to Bobby, she'd gotten pretty paranoid, pretty weirding out. So
Yeah, when did this start, Bobby?
I mean, I don't know. Mom's always been a little weird about her work, but I guess I don't know. I mean, she does weird science stuff in the weird science place. She has been working on the same project for a few months. She just got weird the last, I don't know. Maybe 4th of July.
Did anything happen around that time?
I don't know. She came home really weird, and she started talking about movies, and she started wanting us to go to church again, and then she stopped doing that, and she started saying that she was gonna I don't know, make Fountain City better. I couldn't take it anymore the last couple of days.
About your dad, was he acting all weird too? Just your mom?
Just Mom until, I guess, last week. He just got really quiet. Kind of does what she says.
Did your mum make you watch any movies?
Yeah. That weird video about Fountain City, but it was so boring.
It didn't work on you. That's what it said in her notes, is that it didn't work on anyone under 16 or something.
That's good, at least.
Well, I guess this doesn't really help us for tomorrow much, but if we're going to try to replace the movie, then maybe having a few other people around will help.
Hey, do you guys have any idea how to do that kind of stuff?
Like any of you guys part of the AV club? I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think Laurel again from the back just kind of pipes up and is like, yeah, I guess. I like movies.
Are you and Ruby just like sisters or something? Because you sound.
You would think. My voice is slightly higher than hers because I'm 14 instead of 15.
Oh, so the older you get, the more you sound like Barry White. Got it. Women.
The natural progression
Right,
for
Mel.
every child.
No, I like movies. Music's not really my area of expertise. Anyway, I don't know, chopped and screwed a couple of films. Can I help?
Yeah, Christopher Clark Scott is an amazing AV teacher. I'm helping him show videos tomorrow.
He's such a nerd.
Totally. And I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to play a video, but I don't know if I got to do anything else.
Yeah,
I mean, you just gotta hand it to him, and Axel here was gonna kind of chop it, as you were saying.
I mean, I know a bit about editing tapes with doing music mixtapes, but never really done much of it with movies. So I'd love the help.
Great.
We saw the setup, right? When Axel and I went into town.
You saw where it was going to be. The actual video equipment wasn't set up yet because they don't want to leave it outside overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So would Laurel know how it would be set up? What are you going to know, right?
Do what?
Should know how it would be set up. Because it's been set up before in the past.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys have sort of a basic. I mean, you can figure it out. Sort of what equipment is going to be there.
Some of the
simple.
cables be accessible outside the box to swap to a different VCR?
Oh, there's going to be cables everywhere, my dude. It's 1985.
Yeah, I know, but would they be able to swap to a different VCR instead of the one which I'm going to be putting in there?
Theoretically. If you brought a VCR.
Yeah, I've got VCRs at home. What if we brought our own and just connected that up? Then I don't need to worry about swapping the video. We can already have it already set up. And we play that instead. Looking at Axel because I have one total to tech and mind, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible.
Because then if they try to stop the video up here and be like, what's going on? I'm a dumb adult. They won't be able to stop the video from playing unless they found you. But they would be up here and I'd be like, that's typical VCR stuff.
I'm just imagining the scene in Forrest Gump where he's giving the speech at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And it just... I mean, that could work. I guess if we're going that far, then we don't need to worry too much about splicing the video into the propaganda film. If we just have our own.
Well, we can still do the splice, like leave the start of it as a propaganda film, because then more people will be like, oh, what's this? And give them a second to start watching. And then chest burst. And we have more people to help keep an eye out for brainwashed adults.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to see when we get there. But in any case, we still got to make this movie. It's getting kind of late.
Mel, thoughts? Me including my cousin in the conversation because I'm a nice older cousin. I say that out loud too.
Just like that. Are you nice?
Yeah, I included him.
What time is the movie supposed to be happening?
Was
that
it
night?
9? Morning. It's the opening opening feature.
No, I think it was at like 4.
Yeah,
It's still happening in the evening, so you need to be
Yeah.
there by 4. The opening is going to start at 6.
Ah, okay. That's
So
what,
Karen
that's where
is,
four's
you
coming
guys know this from the flyer, but Karen is going to give a brief like speech talk type deal, just very briefly, and then show the film.
What? And this is summer right now, so it's still going to be light outside in Alabama at 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it's light till about 9 p.m.
Yeah. Never mind. I had thought about like
so it's
shadow
light,
people and like trying to scare them at the same time, like real world.
Because all I thought of was Carrie doing the talk, and Carrie came out in 1976, so the pig blood scene would be well known by now.
You know she got like superpowers after that and like killed everyone, right?
She already had superpowers before that. That just pushed her over the edge and made a snap.
You are the movie kid.
Do we?
Oh yeah, me.
Do we want that to happen? Do we have 100% confidence that Bobby's mom doesn't have superpowers?
Yeah, because she had to have a mob to come and beat down Blockbuster. If she had superpowers, she would have just done it herself, and she wouldn't be afraid of shadow people.
Oh, maybe she was trying to keep her powers under wraps.
But this would also. Oh wait, we can't do that because she'd leave before the movie started.
Do we think that she might
still be nuts?
She might be brainwashed too, though.
Bobby said she came home weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also based on all the notes, didn't it seem like she was the one doing the program?
Yeah, but she may have got brainwashed by aliens, and now she's just their puppet.
Or she brainwashed herself by accident.
Yeah. God knows I've hit myself by accident sometimes.
Just like that.
But
yeah.
Does it really matter at this point if she brainwashed herself or someone else brainwashed her? Either way, we show scary and boom, gone.
She's not brainwashed. Maybe it makes them immune to it.
Well, I was just my thought is we may need more than just the movie to scare people. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be really scary to a lot of people. But a lot of what works in those movies is sort of like the suspense leading up to it. That's what makes those moments so scary. And just like kind of bam there, it will be gory, but I don't know if that'll be enough to scare everyone.
Does the school have the equipment for us to do voiceovers and edit the movie more than just splicing? Because we could do like a full-on trailer, like coming this summer.
I had another idea that may work. So the movie itself isn't going to is going to brainwash everyone that isn't brainwashed. We can assume that like a really small percentage of the people there are already brainwashed. If we do something to sabotage it, that's going to irritate them. It probably PO them pretty bad. And if we, I don't know, make a distraction and try to like lure them away and they'll come after us to try to stop us and get their copy of the movie back or something, we can lure them here and then we scare them with the shadow people. And maybe that breaks them out of the people that are brainwashed, breaks them out of their brainwashing. And that gets everyone.
You guys freaked us out.
Yeah.
I wasn't freaked out.
And we can
screaming shadow people and running in. I wasn't scared. So what? We steal the video before the speech and try and draw them before they even play it.
Yeah. And then when she plays it and realizes it's not the right video, her and everyone else that's brainwashed will make them come chase after us, lure them here, and then scare the crap out of them.
Oh, I thought you meant try and lure them here before they brainwashed everyone. So then they weren't brainwashed and didn't do the brainwashing in the first place.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so in the morning, we steal the video, piss them off enough to, ooh, I said a bad word, to make them change. And we come here
'Cause we
before
already-
I'm due for AB Club.
We already have
'Cause
the video, don't we?
Yeah, you got the video that doesn't have the brainwashing, and then you have like the early draft.
Yeah.
So we could play that. Karen will realize, hey, that didn't do it. And then somehow we have to make them realize, oh, it's because of us. Lead them on the chase here.
Oh, I can make them think it's because of me. That's easy.
Especially
tell
if
them
we.
I did it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if Bobby comes with us, I mean, does your mom know that you know what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, she's got to know something. I haven't been home in like 2 days, so.
That's pretty good
and
bait, I think.
You need to tell me that you kind of broke the lock to the desk.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
What if we do one of those? We walk up in like a little trench coat and we just be like, I know what you're doing, lady. And be like, full on blackmailing. Leave
I
a
don't
note.
think that would work.
What are we asking you?
I mean, she's my mom.
Yeah, I think they
Okay.
might realize that we're not an adult, even if we hid like in a trench coat, like you said.
I mean, it sounds like you got a pretty good plan, and we'll help, but if it does work, what are you going to do with my mom?
Well, she was already brainwashed and she becomes clear and apologizes for destroying my blockbuster.
Yeah, maybe she needs to go talk to the
I
cops
don't
or
know why. We're
the hospital or
12.
something.
I don't think we really have much legal rights. Be punishing adults.
I don't know. You ran in here with a baseball bat.
Did you want me to run at your mother with a baseball bat yelling at
No.
shadow people?
No, the opposite. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. We thought you were kidnapped by shadow people. Like, a bit of thanks for coming to save you wouldn't go too far. Thanks for trying, you know.
I mean, this is bad, but she's still my mom, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt your mother.
Okay. You yell a lot.
Unless I have to. Like, I'm not gonna not defend myself.
How tight of a grip does Mike have on his baseball bat right now?
Is he just like defend myself?
I
Those
just think
crazy.
they grabbed Axel earlier, then they kidnapped Ruby. Like, I'm not going to look for a fight, but I will throw hands if they want me to throw hands. Like, I'm 12.
Fight.
You got everything to prove and nothing to lose.
All right, so it sounds like you have the vestiges of a plan. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Vestiges. That's good.
Okay, let's just. We'll go to sleep.
Well, first we gotta watch the movie because in case we use it, we don't want to spoil that moment for those of us who haven't seen it. Looking pointedly at Danny.
Right. Yeah, we got it. That's definitely number one on our list.
I mean, saving the town is important and all, but ruining that scene in the movie, that would be almost a bigger crime.
Yes, that would be. So you have to watch the movie, at least up to that bit.
Okay.
I'm going to go sleep because I have AV Club tomorrow. I'm a nerd. Mel, I'm like you now. And then I'll bring some breakfast around for you shadow people. Because I'll let Ruby know that you're alive and well. and then we will do Mel's plan.
All right.
Danny, do you think you can bring your VCR to the thing in case the plan doesn't work?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. That all good for everyone?
Yeah.
We'll help however we can. I guess we'll scrounge up some stuff to make ourselves scarier.
I want to look at one of them. Who's been the rudest person? Ruby's friend.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, you just need to do whatever you're doing now. So be yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Being a bitch.
She's just like super goth, so.
I'll put my arm around my cousin to cheer him up because he looks sad because I called him a nerd.
Does he?
Well, I don't care if he does or doesn't.
Do you?
Do I look sad? No.
Mm-hmm. No.
He looks annoyed, Messiah.
But Mike puts his arm around you.
Good plan.
Thanks.
Just to think we only met each other for the first time like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Did you come visit me
yeah.
in Australia?
I don't know.
That's
Probably
why you
not.
sound so funny.
Did you say my cousin sounds funny, Danny? That's rude. Okay. I show Mel some respect. I got your back, friend.
Hey, don't y'all have a bedtime or something?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, my sister sneaks out all the time, so I've learned how to sneak out myself. But
How about your sister?
I
An
we
age.
have not established
but
an actual age, but
I just want to be like, she's like 17 and
And
sneaking out
about-
to a 12-year-old sneaking out.
yeah, but no, she is my older sister.
Okay.
And she sneaks out in the middle of the night.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Right. That was me uninviting you.
When were we invited in the first place? Like, how can you uninvite someone who wasn't even a... You make no sense.
Why don't y'all go home?
All right.
Come back tomorrow.
All right. Just get this place looking scary.
Oh,
Do
should
our
I like
best.
relock that door over there?
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, we can just
Danny.
lock it when you leave, but
All right.
cool trick though.
I don't
Thanks.
care. I don't care one bit. Can't wait
Right.
till she's 16.
Make this place spooky, and y'all, I guess, come back.
Bring
when-
breakfast in the morning.
Sounds good.
Is there anything you don't eat?
I'm already walking out. We're not taking orders.
Because that's all I was going to bring. Just no. Bring some cereal.
Nope.
Without milk.
They turn and start to go back into the facility as you all leave. Is there anything else you want to accomplish tonight?
Gonna go
I'll
show
give-
Danny Alien.
You guys all
Ah.
go watch Alien.
It's been a long night.
I think it's just those two going to Danny's place to watch Alien. Mike's not going. He'll give the baseball bat back.
Does
Yeah,
Danny
but
want to
headlight.
watch Alien, or are we going to
I
sleep?
feel like Danny does for a minute and then like gets real tired during it.
You guys all make
Can't
plans.
decide if she actually falls asleep though, because I've never seen Alien, so I don't know if there's like a lull.
Yeah,
It's in,
the
like,
beginning of the movie is pretty like
leading up to the scene we're
Chill.
talking
Okay.
about, you would have
Pretty
fallen
slow.
asleep.
You would have fallen
She
asleep.
probably fell asleep then.
So you guys start to watch Alien, and about 10 minutes in, Danny's asleep.
Snoring louder than anyone. Louder than a tractor.
Rude. I don't snore. I'm attracted. It's very loud.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I go home and read to my sister a little bit if she's still awake, and then go to sleep.
Yeah, I think she waits up.
Man, I have another cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably
Surprise!
super nice to her, the complete opposite than I am to you.
Yeah. She doesn't come outside much because she's sick, but she's
How old is
Oh.
she?
I want to say it like, say we're 12. Say
Mhm.
8.
8. Okay.
Oh, well, if she's sick, I am super nice to her. I'll probably bring her treats. and everything.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
punch
He
you
likes
if
you
you
a
were
lot.
super nice to
Yeah,
her.
no, dude, I'm not a dick to people just for saying, except to you. That's because I think you can take it.
All right. So, anything else before you go to sleep? Because you're 12, you have to sleep.
Yeah, we're gonna have a long rest.
All right. So you all go to your respective homes. Mike, do you go home
Yeah,
or do you? Well, I don't know
I
if
go
you went to
home.
Mel's. Okay.
nah. Mel's had enough of me for one day. I know.
Mel's had enough of you for a month.
I know when I'm getting close to that limit, and it's like, I'll probably die in my sleep if I stay here.
All right. So you all go to your respective homes, go to sleep, and wake up in the relatively early hours of the next morning. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Kill.
Doo-doo. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us so far. We will be back in just a couple of minutes to probably resolve this mystery. So
You think so?
stay tuned.
We've got a full breakfast scene coming up.
And welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us so far. We are going to, as always, pick back up where we left off here on All Myths Are True, Thursday. So we'll pick up the next morning. Monday morning. Does anybody get up real early?
Mark will, because he's gonna get breakfast for people.
What do you get?
I'm gonna pack some bowls, some spoons, some milk and cereal.
Nice.
You
I'm also gonna let Ruby know that we found her friend.
You're bringing milk and cereal.
Okay.
I thought you were like gonna stop and get some breakfast sandwiches and stuff. You're bringing like a gallon of milk and a box of cereal.
Yeah, I'm 12. I don't have money. I have what food is available in the house.
God.
I'm not a thief. And they're 12 as well. Their eldest is 14, isn't she? Like, we're gonna have to get
Ella's
some milk and-
15.
Yeah, well, she can have milk and cereal, or
Yeah,
she
she's
can go buy
15.
her
All
own
she
dang
eats is
breakfast.
cereal.
It's
If she's like me when I
Lucky
was
Charms,
15.
rad.
It's very nice. So you pack
And
up
it's going to
some,
be the most colourful thing because of the goth lady.
so Lucky Charms.
The most
Yeah.
anti-goth cereal I can find in my house.
Lucky Charms is probably it. Or like Tricks, if that's a thing.
Oh yeah, tricks.
Tricks. There's not the one where the rabbit's like tricks are for kids. I've only seen it on Family Guy where the rabbit kills the adult who has it because it's for kids.
You know, they tell the rabbit that he can't have tricks because tricks are for kids.
Tricks
the rabbit.
originated in
He's-
1954.
Damn, Tricks. Get it. Okay. Well, you pick.
We'll get tricks because they're for kids.
Right.
I'll take both. They can have an option because Mike's nice.
Great. That's how you know Mike's family owns like an important business, is because they have name brand cereal and they have more than one kind. This is Alabama. All right.
It's
So
tracks.
Mike brings breakfast. What about the rest of you? What you up to? This Monday morning.
Danny probably doesn't want to get up early, but has to because she's probably got some chores she's got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like feed the chickens or something like that.
So you get up early to do farm type chores, but complain about it.
Yeah, she grumbles a little bit because she's tired. I was like trying to remember the plot of the movie. Doesn't remember because she fell asleep.
I think you just have like these flashes of memory, but like none of it
Yeah.
makes any sense. Okay.
Probably make my way over to the complex after breakfast because I was gonna get Laurel's help with editing the movies.
Okay. For sure. We'll do that in a second. Mel, are you gonna accomplish anything before everyone meets back up?
Take Barry for a walk.
Okay.
Probably just read for
Thank
a
you.
bit.
Okay. All right. So after your morning activities, you all meet back up. Axel, you and Laurel are gonna try to splice this video, which is 4 dice rolls. Let's see. What dice roll? Something. Well, manipulate is for jury-rigging mechanical things. Programming is manipulating electronic devices. Which one?
Either one is gonna be
This-
no
yeah, they're-
extra bonus for me.
It's the same stat,
Yep, but
or the same bonus, I mean.
yeah, but I'm going to try and push for my pride because the whole reason Axel has been the one doing this is because he makes mixtapes, and the idea is okay, you know, I can cut together the tape for that, and you know, shouldn't be too much harder to do it with video, and especially with Laurel helping out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll just to see if you succeed, because of the bonus effects,
Okay.
and then if not, I buy that, and we can check your pride to have you
Yeah.
succeed. But I do want to give you the opportunity for the bonus effects now. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do program because it's got create, and I think this is sort of a
Yeah.
creating a new thing. So calculate and tinker. I don't know. You guys have been making this plan for like 2 days, so I kind of want to say you have what you need for
Sure.
this, since you have a friend helping you. So just roll for program. And I'll give you an extra die because you guys went to the trouble of getting Laurel to help you.
Okay, so bumping my skill up temporarily.
Okay.
Well, that's 0 successes, but
Okay.
checking my pride to get it done
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I totally buy that. So yeah, you using your pride, you can succeed. So let's see if the roll is successful. Let's see. Write down the object as an item with a bonus of +1. So for now, in your equipment, you have the item, I don't know, edited video.
Anti-brainwashing video.
Anti-brainwashing video. And if you have to roll for something that you think this video would help you with,
Mm-hmm.
you can use it for an extra dice. You also just have it narratively.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Good use of pride. I like it.
Did Mel get a good night's sleep so he's not exhausted?
What you think, Mel?
I would say that probably we found the kids. I mean, if it works if it works mechanically within the fiction, I think it also makes sense because we found the kids, feels more confident, like we have a plan, was able to like get some sleep and relax a little bit.
No, I think that definitely tracks, especially because of that. I think like the last big trouble situation you were in, you checked your sort of nothing scares me pride, so you're on a high note, I think, for the night. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Does anybody else have conditions, or do you have any more conditions?
That's my only
just you?
condition. Yeah.
Okay. So we're all conditionless. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I also probably stop by Strange Encounters really quick, just to, like no conversation or anything needed, but just like picks up like the latest edition of whatever like came out over the weekend or is like, I don't know. Sean doesn't know. Mel
What
knows.
the hell is Strange Encounters?
It's
a
the
comic
comic
book store.
shop.
It's not on the map.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not on
why
the
I'm
map.
like,
Because I
what
asked
is
Sean
this?
where it was, and he said, "I don't know. I'll figure it out." And then never.
You have to know where
What
it
is
is.
it?
You have to know where it is to be able to find it.
Just decide
it's one
where
of
it is and
those
put an X on the
places.
map.
it's an
yeah.
underground. It's run by the librarian.
We'll talk about it after the game so we can add it.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that. The newest comic.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Sure.
Was Ruby awake when I went around at super early in the morning banging on the door?
Probably not.
Well, rude.
She will be after a minute. What do you ask of her?
I need another copy of the Alien movie, and I found your friend. See, look, it's just casual. Casual. I
What?
need something. Alien.
What did you do to the first one?
Nothing.
Like
I don't
actually
know.
nothing?
I didn't do anything to it.
Why do
I
you need a
don't
second
know.
one?
In case, I don't know. Safety, backup, plan D.
I'm gonna
Is it
have
roll?
you roll plus charm.
Are you kidding me? Checking my pride. Everybody likes me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a little smile. Like, I found your friend.
And she's fine. Like actually fine, or like
Yeah, like
you
she
found
needs to
her head in
check
a
her
ditch or something,
attitude.
like-
She needs to check her attitude a bit. And I got cereal for him too.
fine. You can have it. You can't mess with this one though.
No, this one won't get messed with.
No editing, no tearing, no breaking.
Well, to be honest, nothing needs to be broken when edited either. You just need two VCRs, a TV, and you record on one and just keep playing.
I don't care. This comes back to me in mint condition, or I set the blockbuster on fire.
Okay. Oh yeah, athletic complex. Dress Gary. Be there come lunchtime. Keep your afternoon free. Bye.
Okay, she says as she shuts the door. And you ride off into the morning sunrise. A second copy
I
of
would
Alien in
too.
hand.
Yes, I'll give that to Axel.
Axel, you now have 2 copies of Alien.
Oh,
Do I need
okay.
one of these?
I mean, we haven't done. We're just about to get started on it. I don't know why I need the second one.
I thought you were destroying the first one.
I mean, yeah, but
In case it doesn't work, we can just play the whole movie.
I mean, we can try that, but I feel like someone's gonna stop before. I mean, Danny fell asleep during the build-up last night,
Yeah.
so I don't think
So we
have
ignore
enough
that
time.
bit of the movie. I don't know, I just thought we needed another copy just in case. But don't damage it or else Ruby's gonna burn your house down.
She doesn't know where I live.
I kind of told her.
She probably does.
Well, then I'll burn your house down if my house burns down, and then we'll just have a neighborhood full of arson.
Yeah, well, okay.
What a good, wholesome family show.
You're very
Nobody's
blasé
gonna
about
die.
arson.
Neighborhood full
Is
of arson.
arson just how you say hello in Australia?
Arson.
Not in summer because it's
Australian beer.
dangerous. Get your ass in the car. So what's the plan? Where's Mel?
No, you guys have spent like 3 hours
Where's Danny?
of my life planning at this point. You're all there. The complex does look like the theater department got a hold of it. There's like black curtains hung up and all kinds of stuff going on.
I would be like getting one of the bigger kids who can like reach it from the ladder to like unscrew some of the light bulbs and the fluorescent fluorescent bulbs and like make the covers kind of like askew and just like kind of make everything a little disheveled. Maybe we got some I like raided my mom's like our Halloween decorations and got some of the cobwebs that hang up throughout the house and kind of like put those up in the corners. Just make it look as derelict as possible.
Yeah, so as this is happening, I think the rest of you kind of see this, and Mel, you bring this to what did I say her name was? Charlotte, who is the same age as you guys. I think you all know, I don't know if any of you know Charlotte that well, but you know her enough to know that she's been doing community theater since she could walk and talk. So I think she is quietly sort of heading up, replacing things and putting things around. You bring these to her, Mel, and she's like real excited and starts helping you kind of place them strategically around in the darker corners to sort of make them look a little spooky. Good job, everyone.
So what time are we planning on having Crazy Karen come around here?
Well, you have a call time of 4 o'clock, sir.
Yeah, so what time are we planning on Crazy Karen coming around here?
Well, the plan is to the movie's supposed to start at 6. So
Will it be dark?
No, it won't be dark yet. We can try to lead them around town for as long as possible until like the sun starts going down, but it's going to be a couple hours until it gets dark.
I'll say that like you guys will be getting into like dusk time, so it's not going to be like overhead sun. Like you're still very much kind of in like sunset time, so dim lights, long shadows, that kind of thing will cut a little
Danny, do you
slack
know
there.
where the fuse box is to kind of like try and just prevent power to the lights in
For
here?
this place?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go try to find it.
Yeah.
So then I can't just flick on the lights and see a bunch of kids going, woo!
Because there aren't any, I wouldn't imagine on the indoor arena area that there is that there are like windows or anything, or not many windows.
No, there's not any windows.
Okay. So yeah, as long as we can keep them from turning on the lights, then it should work.
Does your boombox have one of those inbuilt microphones, Axel?
I mean, I've got enough accessories that we could do something with it, yeah.
so we can record like just screams and like stuff breaking.
I mean, I could also just swing by as the record turns and see if they've got any like weird novelty stuff
Yeah.
like that.
We just need scary shit to play.
Yeah, I think if you could, again, I think subtlety is going to be enough just to make it suspenseful, like water dripping and like, I don't know, just some creaking and just weird ominous noises. Nothing too, not like ghosts and shit and stuff.
Like, make some recordings. We got a few hours.
You guys are saying so many bad words this time.
I'm sorry, that's not Mel saying it. Mel wouldn't be saying bad words.
Mike would though, because he's a
Be fair,
rebel.
12-year-olds would be swearing a whole
They
bunch.
would be swearing so much.
Yeah.
Especially when there's no parents around.
That is true.
I mean, they do it even when they're around.
You guys are really settled into these characters, and all of a sudden you're just cussing.
Hey,
Sorry.
Mike really wants to become a theater kid right now because this is amazing.
Too bad he's an AV
Mike's
kid
gonna
now.
join. Mike's gonna join every club, just
Oh my
except for
gosh, I
like
love
the
it.
chess club because Mel's a part of that one most likely.
I warned you guys up front that this entire game was just gonna be like out of my own memories. So
Plus, he wouldn't be good at chess club. But then again, he's not good at AV club either, but he's a member.
is there anything else you guys want to accomplish this morning? The stage is set. Axel,
I
you might be
think-
going to get some spooky sounds.
Yeah.
We need to check to see if there's a place to set up a second VCR, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Take over the movie.
At the park? Okay.
Yeah, because I will say really loud, I'm gonna press play on the movie now.
Okay. We'll get to that. Uh-oh, Alex did a freeze.
Oh no.
He looks super cool though. Look how chill he looks. He's just like
So
"Yeah."
chill.
Alex, can you hear us?
What's this
Oh,
behind
no.
my ear?
So,
He's
thanks.
do a magic trick.
I can go ahead and because he's probably gonna drop out of the call here in a second.
Yeah, let's break really quick and see if we can get him on the horn.
Okay. All right, we'll figure that out.
She said, apparently being from the 50s. Be right back, everybody.
Yes, hello, operator. I'd like to report some terrible service lately. I've had some major interruptions and I do not appreciate this. I am a paying customer and I will tell your manager I will give them what for.
And we got Alex back on the horn, everybody. All right. We are going to...
This is my last day on this channel.
It's bad comedy when you laugh at your own jokes, and I don't care. Alex, thank you for going with me on that journey. We're going to pick back up right where we left off. I'm actually crying. It wasn't even that funny. I don't know why I said on the horn, and these fools will not let it go. So we're gonna keep playing Tales from the Loop while I get myself together. What were we doing? Morgan raising her hand. She's also
I didn't realize I was muted.
calling on you. Yes.
We were setting up the VCR. Or we were going to figure out how we could set up the VCR as a backup.
Right. So I think that is a thing you're probably going to have to do on scene.
Yeah.
At the park. Is there anything that you guys need to do before you head over to the park? I'm like tears in my eyes.
Axel was checking for a spooky record.
You want to make spooky sounds. There was mention of looking for the fuse box. Do you guys want to do that before you start the building?
Yeah. Maybe scope
or
that
the
out.
Breaker
Kind of.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about electricity. Great, let's
Don't
do
touch it or you die.
That's
It's
all
like,
I
hey,
need to know.
This looks dangerous. Hey, Danny.
I'm not going to touch it. That's what you're saying.
Just bring the baseball bat. We can just beat it with a wooden bat.
I'm just gonna have you roll a quick investigate.
Really,
just to see like how easy it is to find. I think.
All right.
I mean,
So
you can
that's
find
mind. Okay.
Yes.
I don't have very many dice for this roll, guys. I still got a 6.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So you kind of look quickly around the building, kind of assessing where the big cables are probably going. I think you can find it kind of on one side of the building fairly easily. Good job. It takes about 5 minutes. It's impressive.
All right. So I guess when they come running in behind us, make sure to come out here and flip this switch.
We switch this one.
Yeah, the big one.
I'm gonna pull the switch now.
All right,
One less thing we need to worry about.
Everyone inside, it goes dark.
No, they won't be able to see in there.
Totally inside the facility, as Mike has flipped off the power.
Yeah,
Just
fuck
the
you,
glow.
power.
Yep.
It's just the glow from the screen as Laurel and I are over these video cassettes. I suddenly realize I am alone in a dark room with a girl that I rolled a crush
No,
on.
you're not alone. There's other people in there.
Yeah.
This is a very big.
There's the two other girls you have crushes on,
Most
and
of
Bobby.
the people in there are girls that Axel has crushes on, and Bobby.
and there's
Oh,
no
Belle's
glow
in
of the
there.
screen, as that would be turned off as well, wouldn't it? With the
Oh, yeah.
going?
It's true. Be completely dark.
Yeah.
Yep. You're all in pitch dark.
Flip switch back on.
And everything turns back on slowly.
Why are we putting the power on? We need it off.
They need to finish working on the video.
Okay.
Shoves him and puts it back on.
Excuse.
I will fight you, Mike.
She shoved you pretty hard, Mike. Do you think she could probably beat you up?
I don't know. I'm
running the game, and I say that she could probably beat you up.
Is this a fight happening?
Is it? I have 4 older brothers. Do you want to do this thing?
I'm from
sounds
Australia.
like a
Do you
war.
want to do this? I'm an only child.
All the other
I
ones
had older
died.
brother. Survival of the fittest in my household.
Oh no.
Okay. Well,
it's
you
like the
guys,
Spartans. When you hit 10, they send you out into the wild in Australia.
to fight the kangaroos or what?
Where?
Just they send you out into the wild with a jar of Vegemite and a can of Foster's.
Don't drink Foster's. Gosh, okay, Alabama.
All right, you
like,
guys-
you could really talk to me.
Nope.
Is that
I
a tractor
cannot.
driving by?
Half my senior class drove tractors to the first day of school. Anyway, you guys bicker
Yeah.
over the power for a second,
Yeah.
and then other stuff happens. Video editing successful. Good job. That hat though. Let's see. Mel, you and Charlotte are sort of heading up, putting the finishing touches on the decorations. Axel, spooky sounds. You want to go to the record store and see if they have anything?
Yeah.
You wanna make
check
some stuff?
with, because I got a guy there and see
Got a guy.
if maybe there's like a back bin somewhere where it's just like a spare thing of, you know, as Mel said, novelty sounds, just sound effects, things that's like, how did this end up at a music store? I don't know, but we'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, and that's your
My anchor.
that's
yeah.
your anchor, right? Yeah. So I don't think I'll make you roll for that. Yeah, I think you can sort of utilizing your anchor, I think you can find some tapes that have been sort of pushed to like the very kind of back bottom of like a clearance bin that are left over from like 2 Halloweens ago.
Mm-hmm.
That are just like some spooky like ambient noise with maybe like a couple of songs kind of cut in there. When was the Monster Mash?
Let's check that.
When was that?
I don't know, but I think it was a perfect soundtrack.
I
I mean,
20.
Thriller recently came out as well.
Oh yeah,
The Monster Mash was 62.
those 2 songs are on there. Just the Monster Mash and Thriller are just like.
All I'm
for-
picturing now is at night the adults come in, the Monster Mash plays, and it's just Scooby Doo just running from the.
basically. So yeah, I think utilizing your sort of anchor there, you can get what you need. It's not perfect, but
Yeah.
you don't need it for that long. So
If this was D&D, we just do like silent image.
Except we're getting the sound effects.
Yeah.
Silent image is specifically silent.
There's
Literally the
another.
opposite. Literally the opposite.
Is it?
All right.
though?
Plan in place. Who's going to the park?
I have AV clubs.
Mike, you have to go. Danny's going with you. The other 2 of you, Axel and Mel, are doing what?
I think since I'm on the AV side of things at the complex, I don't know if we would be waiting there or just like already on our bikes ready to run ahead of the
Okay.
others.
Like maybe
Just
like
give
come with us to
the-
the thing, but not go into
Just
the
be ready
carnival
to
or
run?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about AV, Danny? Who's the most AV savvy person in our group?
I mean, I could try to figure it out. I don't usually work with like stuff like that, but I know a little bit about machines. Can't be that hard.
Anyone else know stuff about machines? I just want to make sure we got someone who can set up the VCR.
Like, what is that? I just don't know what skill we would use for that. I don't know how to answer this question.
It depends
there's
on
like-
how you're doing it. There's going to be some sneaking involved,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's probably
Um,
sneaking and then
I'm gonna say probably disabling.
Tinker?
I'm gonna say probably, let me look at Tinker real quick. Hang on. Because I think it's going to be program. Well, jury rig mechanical things or manipulate electronic items. I'm going to say, yeah, this is, I think, a little bit more complex than just like opening something or anything like that. So I'm going to say this is going to be some sneaking involved and some programming involved. Some basic programming in the manipulate category.
So,
To
I
sort of
have
get a system of mechanical things to do what you want them to do.
I have a 1 for program, but I'm up in the box, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I have a 0 to my program. But I
Yeah,
have a
I'm
lot
at the 1
in...
by the tech.
Yeah, but I have a lot in tech, so maybe it'll be fine.
And Mel and Axel, any of you can program and sneak?
I do not have any training in program.
We already established I'm the worst sneaker, and I've just got a 3 in tech. No bonus.
Okay, so...
Nobody can program stuff.
So, might get that next level up. Start working on that one. Apparently, I need to know how programming works. Programs.
Okay,
Yeah, how
so
hard could
yeah.
it be? I'll figure it out.
and then I will yell out, I'm pressing play now, and then you
That's
press play.
Yeah.
And so, do you have the tape before we go in?
Yes.
Do you have the tape?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, just making sure you're off Axel.
Yeah, I would have given the tape to someone on the park team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Park team.
So
What is
we'll
the other
say-
team called?
So
Spook
do
team?
you guys want to sort of all go to the park, and then when things pop off, Axel and Mel, you're sort of ready to lead the chase, or do you want to totally stay behind?
I figure for the sake of narrative, should probably actually be there and something interesting happens.
It'll probably be more fun for
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're probably going to realize the 2 kids may have messed stuff up. And
We'll
I would
see.
like back up.
All right, so shadow people in place and ready to go. Video in hand. 4 of you hop on your bikes and take off toward the park in time for AV call. Mel and Axel, you sort of, what do you want to do? Set up a perimeter?
Yeah, I think now that there's more set up, because they were still setting all the tents up and stuff, figuring
Mhm.
like, okay, where is going to be most visible from, like, if Karen's up on stage, we're back by the tent or the AV booth, and if we high five dramatically when when things go bad, and then we can turn around our bikes and get the quickest route to the complex.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna have you just roll something. I mean, I want to say investigate. That's mind.
Yeah.
Let's just do we'll just do a little stat roll because you can do those. I'll say either mind or heart. You pick.
Well, for me, all pure stat rolls are the same.
Oh, I forgot. The average child.
Yeah.
Mel, you can also roll one of those or help if you want. Help scope it out.
I forget, what does helping do?
Helping gives the person who is making the roll
extra dice,
an
yeah.
extra dice. Yeah, it just, you don't have to roll to help. It just sort of ties your fate
Mhm.
to the success or failure.
So if they fail, you fail as well.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
in this case, it's probably better for me to also roll so that there are 3 extra dice instead of just giving him 1 more.
Sure.
So if we both roll something.
yeah. Either mind or heart, I think would work based on what's going on here. If you want. Both of you. Or just one of you. You don't have to.
If we're just doing
Sean,
one
you
up.
have a look on your face like you don't know what's happening.
I don't know what you want me to roll. Because you said mind and heart, and
I said either mind or heart, your
just
choice.
the straight stat, not
Yeah,
one
just
of
the
the
stat.
tools.
Okay. I can do mind.
And then I will go ahead and roll heart with a 0.
Now, no, with our powers combined, we don't know where to stand.
I have a 1.
Okay, yeah. That one success, I think you guys sort of find a spot a little bit, not directly in front of the booth because that's too obvious, but sort of a little bit off to one side, but just forward enough where there is like an opening that will be, I think, Mel, from your calculations, will be sort of right in, if Karen is any good at public speaking and is scanning the audience like she should be, will be sort of right in her eye line.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys set up on one side, and Mike and Danny, you go find Professor, what's his name?
Christopher Clark Scott.
Mr. Clark Scott, the AV
Yeah.
teacher man, who is there in his blue button-down shirt and red tie, but he's got his sleeves rolled up to right below the elbow, and his khaki pants, his loafers, and he is sort of bustling around, starting to set up equipment, and sees you coming and gives a big, stiff, whole arm wave like this. Like he just, like the tomahawk chop, but in the air.
It reminds me of one of those little signs for a shop where just the elbow moves. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
Just
He may or may not be an android. You're not sure.
would explain why he's
Could
not
be. We'll
brainwashed.
find out. Sort of waves. Young Michael! Right on time.
Is this the guy you were talking about?
Yep, that's the head of
Kinda
the
says
AV club.
Cool.
Have fun finding a spot to hide with the VCR and setting it up.
Right.
Bye.
Okay.
And even though it is the middle of summer, in my jeans and my leather jacket because it's cool,
You're probably so
I
sweaty.
will suffer through this, but I look cool. Reputation uphold. I'm making AV Club cool again. And theater club.
All the
And
clubs.
band.
Okay. We'll talk about all the clubs you join later. So you make your way over to
Not
Mr.
that Dungeons and Dragons club.
Christopher Clark Scott. It's 1985. They're not going to allow that in school, my guy.
Of course not.
You ever heard of the Satanic Panic? We'll talk about that next time.
Sneaky club, secret club.
Yeah.
Playing
So you make your way over to Mr. Clark Scott as Danny is. Are you doing a sneak? Are you going to sort of make yourself known and then surreptitiously set it up? What's the play?
Well, it sounds like, yeah, Mike was gonna go interface with him, so maybe while they're chatting, kind of try to like sneak around. And she's probably stuck the VCR in some sort of like other bag.
Okay.
So you can't like, yeah, maybe she grabbed like a backpack, so it's like stuffed in the backpack.
Okay. So VCR stuffed in your backpack.
But yeah, while Mr. Chris is being distracted by Mike, who's gonna look around.
Okay. So Mike, I guess, are you helping set up? Are you just like trying to get in the way?
I'm really going to be asking a lot of like basic stupid questions, which any AV person should know. But I'd be like, so how's the VCR set up? Like, I shouldn't have a VCR set up. This is my parents' own Blockbuster. So if this cable is removed, what happens?
All right. Gonna have
What happens if I push
roll.
this button? This button.
What does this do?
I guess
This
roll.
is so then, if there's anything up there while Danny's plugging in, it makes sense. If something changes suddenly, it's because I'm fucking around.
Roll plus
Okay.
charm for good distraction.
2 successes.
Heck yeah. All right. So you do a very good distract, and also you can have 1 bonus effect.
Oh well, I already have a lasting relationship with
You
this
do.
guy. And I just do I want to confuse them or have them keep believing in me? Well, because we have a formed a lasting relationship, do you think I could have them take risks to help me because they want me to succeed? I show spirit.
Okay. I buy that.
So
yeah,
if Crazy
you show a lot of
Karen
potential.
walks up and starts messing with machine,
He might come to your defense.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, you, Danny, I think from from sort of a little bit away, you see Mr. Clark Scott just really invested in answering all of Mike's questions in excruciating detail. Not looking your way, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. Let's try to set this up.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll for sneaking.
Okay,
We'll
let's see.
say such a good distraction, I think, is deserving of an extra dice.
Heck yeah. All right, so that's 5. That's 2 6s.
Okay, so you do a good sneak and get 1 bonus effect.
I'm gonna do it quickly. I think is one of the ones, if I remember correctly.
Not on sneak.
Not sneak. Shoot. Which?
Sneak
Oh, I
I'm
was thinking of
invisible.
the other one. Just kidding. Okay. I guess.
Mr. Clark Scott
I would
can't
like-
see Mike's now. What?
Yeah, he's gone. Okay. I would like to find something unexpected, perhaps.
Every game I end up running has these moves. It always comes up. Let's see. You find something unexpected. What would be helpful right now?
Spare
be
connections. A spare power board just connected. Just right position.
Yeah, maybe he made like a wiring guide, like the AV guy sort of made like a diagram for himself, so he knew how things connected. And so then Danny finds that and is like, oh, now I know how to connect
Yeah,
things.
that's interesting. Yes. Oh, you find. Okay, I'll say that wonderful Mr. Clark Scott, in his haste to answer all of Mike's questions, left his clipboard with his setup information, sort of teetering on the edge of one of the tables, and as you sort of sneak by, you can kind of snag it. So you have that. It's got his sort of diagrams of the setup. It's got a copy of the program, and it's got a sort of I don't know, like a, what am I thinking of? Like a schedule of events,
Oh, okay.
kind of. So kind of like a breakdown of like when everything is supposed to happen.
Okay. Just had a thought. So maybe like looking at this diagram, maybe Danny thinks and realizes that maybe if she altered this diagram slightly and placed the VCR in the right spot, that maybe she wouldn't have to secretly hit a separate one, that he would actually activate it himself without realizing.
Oh, like he might plug in.
Like she might rewire a couple things.
So
And
he'd play
so-
your VCR
Yes.
instead. Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
If I need to roll
Love
for
it.
that.
probably. Ooh, let's see.
It gets this idea is like,
I don't even know.
There'll be
What
more
that would-
slider.
Be because you're just altering the document. As a technical document. I want to just say program.
okay.
'Cause that's easy and I don't want to think about it too much.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
See how this do. I'm rolling really good tonight, guys. That's another 2 6s. Ah, come back.
Okay. So yeah, we're program under, let's say,
I'm manipulating, right? Probably.
yeah, we'll say manipulate. So one of those bonus effects for you as you sort of manipulate this this diagram.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I do it quickly before Mr. Clark notices.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to do this, and then you sort of pop the clipboard back where you found it after manipulating this diagram and setting the VCR in the right place for him to have Mike add to the setup. I think Mike, out of the corner of your eye, you sort of see Danny kind of take this clipboard, kind of look through it real quick, and then just like pull out, I don't know, like a pen or something that you have, or like a
maybe like
carpenter's
scribble
pencil
part,
out
yeah.
of your tool belt.
Yes.
And then kind of scribble some things on the clipboard, and then just like very carefully out of her backpack kind of place the VCR with the rest of the equipment and the tape, and put the clipboard back, and then kind of scurry away.
Like, gives a little
Big thumbs up. Scurries away.
Are you scurrying to the other two?
probably just briefly let him know what's up, and then maybe come back.
Okay.
So guys, I think I got it set up so that when he goes to hit play, it's gonna redirect to our VCR. So we don't even have to like I was able to find his diagram and stuff.
Okay.
We should still be ready for it though. Even if we're not the ones hitting the button anymore.
So, just wait, make sure it's our video that's playing, and then once it happens, we just get her attention and start riding away.
Yeah. Axel, maybe you could play that song from earlier that got him all wound up?
I will be more than happy to. Always down for some Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that might grab some attention.
So the last preparations are made. The setup is finished, and the clock strikes 6. Mike, do you stay in the booth? Or on the platform where the
'cause
sound stuff is?
Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, I'll break
Like
that
what?
VCR, I'll trip, and we'll have to play the other one.
Okay. So as you guys were sort of doing the setup, people have started to filter into the park. All of the vendors and the tents are set up, and the smell of, I don't know, hot dogs and funnel cakes probably sort of wafts through the air as the Fountain City Cultural Festival begins. Everyone sort of gathers in this central area. I'm going to change the music. Something fun. What is this?
I'm nervous. What happens if I press the wrong play button? I'm picturing that image. It's like, which button do you press? And it's just sweating. Brainwash, anti-brainwash. I don't know.
Pretty much every adult that you know has filtered in and made their way to this general seating area, and a couple of minutes after 6, fashionably late, you see a familiar face of Karen
Crazy Karen.
take the stage as a sort of rudimentary spotlight goes on her, and she begins to speak into a microphone. She welcomes everyone to the festival, and then quickly sort of launches into a speech about her new ideas of an idyllic Fountain City, a city, a town where everyone can be happy and fulfilled, and all of this stuff that you all probably think is gross nonsense. And then after a couple of minutes, the cue happens, and it is time for the video to play. She introduces the short film that she has been working on, the future of Fountain City, and sort of the spotlight goes out, and she goes to stand towards the side of the stage, and Mr. Clark Scott sort of looks at you, Mike, and says, "You're ready, young Michael. Press play."
I'll press play on our machine.
All right, and nothing is amiss in his eyes, because as far as he's concerned, it was done exactly right.
I want to look at him, a tear in my eye, and just give him a thumbs up.
It's incredible. It's like a whole movie in and of itself. The film that Karen has made is only, I don't know, a few, maybe 10 minutes in total. How far into the is Alien spliced in?
Probably.
What part of Alien? Is it just the chest burster?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a minute, and I think it goes to like right. So in the scene, you know, the guy starts acting sick or something. So I don't think there's too much buildup, but it just like goes from. I don't know if there was maybe a point in the video, but Axel and Laurel would have tried to make it so that the lines from the video actually blend into something about just trying to extra juxtapose and transition. But
Okay.
yeah, it's like a minute, and then suddenly everyone is freaking out.
Okay, so about a minute in, so I think this video sort of fades up on the screen, and the title card comes up, sort of a perfect Fountain City, and there is a sort of pause in the dialogue after a minute or so, and then all of a sudden up on the screen in front of all of you, including those of you who have not seen this part of Alien at this point in your lives, the chestburster scene from the movie Alien starts to play, and all of the sudden there is chaos in the crowd. There is some murmuring and whispering sort of among them, essentially, and then I think you hear a couple of screams, probably. It is
Danny probably screams.
Oh no,
because she fell asleep during that part.
Mel, how are you?
I don't. Well, I'm not scared of anything. I don't know if I can check
You're
my
not
pride. Like, if
Nope.
I already check my pride, can I be scared? Or, like, am I now like vulnerable to being afraid?
No, you're not more vulnerable. I just am wondering how you would
You get
react
spooked.
since you spent all this time lying about having seen Alien.
What are you watching? What are you looking away?
I don't think Mel. I think Mel's focused on what's going on. I don't think
Okay,
he's.
yeah, super focused. What would
Yeah.
Batman do?
He wouldn't be distracted by the trap he had set up. He'd be focused on the target.
Yeah, he'd be wondering where the drugs are going.
Yeah. And I'm hey, and I'm not wearing hockey pants. Just
You're super not wearing hockey pants. Okay, so the chest burster scene goes on. There is some screams, some murmuring, some shouting from the crowd. And I think you all see some of the adults in the crowd sort of seem like incensed and are sort of standing up and kind of looking around and looking toward the stage, or the side of the stage where Karen is standing. But I think you also see some of them kind of looking a little confused and kind of out of their element, like they're shaking their heads, kind of like they're in this kind of fog, almost like wondering where they are. But I think all of you sort of see Karen. I don't know that you can hear her from where you are, but sort of shouting something from the stage, and like looking around frantically, trying to figure out what's going on.
I think so. For some music.
I'm gonna
This is
frantically try and stop the movie, but hit the wrong VCR and be like, "It's not working, Mr. Scott. It's not working."
Okay.
Just start banging it. It's like, what are we doing? Just let it play as long as possible on the other one.
Okay.
But as that is going, I turn to Mel, and I guess Danny, if she's with us at this point, is like, I think this is our cue. So high fives, and I'll hit it, and let's go.
Oh my gosh. I want you guys to just roll.
What?
Everybody who's high-fiving, roll for charm, and it's really just like for how big
For
how big the
charm?
high fives are.
Oh man. Okay,
All
let's see.
picturing is Anchorman when they all
Heart.
jump up
Okay.
and high five.
All right, let's see.
That is.
It's bad.
Oh,
I will roll my one die.
Okay. Your heart and your charm, that's only one total?
It's only one total.
Okay, well, Axel succeeded, so he's like just the tits at high-fiving.
I do not succeed.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
Axel, you
Bad.
are able, you with your elbow sort of turn on the boombox and Iron Maiden starts playing, and you just high-five both your friends, and it's super cool. And then Danny and Mel go to high-five, and they just miss just spectacularly, but you've carried the team. And yeah, this is just such an unnecessary
Smacked each other
role,
in the
but
face.
it's really funny. Yeah,
They're too
and so
distracted by the scary movie that's going
it's
on.
very good. They're both, it's sort of Danny's distracted and Mel is like too focused almost, and they forget the
Mel's
elbow
just like,
trick, and so they just like
I like it. Just
Yeah,
focus
Mel's
on
not
the
even-
stage.
not even
Uh-huh.
looking, and he's Mel's like 1 foot on a pedal, like ready to go. And so Axel's super cool and playing loud music and high fives with his friends, and then you all just take off toward the athletic complex. Mike, with the very successful distraction, are you going with your friends? Are you gonna like run away?
Yeah, but to make sure crazy Karen knows that it's those 3 scallywags which did this, I'm going to yell out, "Damn it, Mel, it was my one time," and be like, "I'm going to get you for this."
Okay. Well, yeah, just you also roll for charm. Everybody's
you're
so charming this
cousin of
time.
the
So
Buzz.
your heart stat and your charm skill.
3
Jesus.
successes.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good. Okay. So yeah, Karen fucking hears you from across the crowd, and then you get
Yeah,
two
because she
bonus
also
effects.
sees the hair slowly whip through the sky. through
Yeah,
the
you get
wind.
2 bonus effects with Karen. Please tell me what they are so I can immediately pretend like this didn't happen.
They keep believing me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm 12, so they're not infatuated.
Nope.
That would be weird.
She's crazy, so I don't want a lasting relationship. I
Sure.
will have her try to persuade others to believe me.
Okay. So she's just like fully on the Mike had nothing to do with this train.
Yep. But those dang
Good. Those dang. She would have
Mike's
gotten away
cousin,
with
though.
it
Meddling kids.
if it weren't for those meddling kids. So yeah, she's
that one guy, which is the son of the parents who owned Blockbuster.
yeah, she
is
knows who
complete.
you are, and she's just like fully on board. And I think you all, the rest, as you like ride away, and Mike, as you sort of like scramble towards your bike to follow your friends, which I'm gonna have you roll for in a second because you're very far away. You all see Karen, I think, just like screaming and like pulling in her hair from the stage, like pointing in your direction, as she kind of in a frenzy like scrambles off the stage and starts to run after
Terminator 2 style. Just
Yep, and then
catching.
realizing you're
Picks up
on
speed.
bikes, gets in her car, which
Oh no.
But it's gonna take her a little bit because obviously there's
Her
park
track
in the
is not
fairgrounds, a
that
parking lot
fast.
far away. So she sort of runs for her van, and a lot of adults are sort of chasing you. There are cars, there are some on foot, there are some on bikes because adults can
To
have
be
two.
honest,
Mike,
should
real
be
quick,
chasing
roll-
with me,
Mike, real
not
quick,
chasing me.
roll move for me.
Time for me to lead an army of adults against my cousin.
So body plus move.
0 successes. Luck die.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you fall behind, sort of in the group
Luck.
of
Die.
adults.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no!
Super don't.
No luck.
You want to push it?
I'm probably going to get a condition even if I fail right now, correct?
Probably.
So I may as well push it.
Push it.
Okay, push it real good. Wait, I only clicked that once. Why'd it come up twice? Doesn't matter. There. Oh no. I forgot that
Well,
was my
because you had the
charm at
one
start.
and then the luck one. Oh no, you rolled.
Yeah.
0, 0, 0. I
Yeah.
am probably.
That's pretty bad, pal.
I'm gonna say I'm angry because I probably sold it on myself that Mel did something
Yeah.
into me.
You also you also get a condition for failing. So I'm gonna say you're exhausted. Boy, you've been doing a lot of running and pedaling today.
And I'm angry.
Yeah, you're exhausted and angry. So you sort of get lost in the pack of adults that are.
I actually want to be angry. I'd be scared if there's adults with vehicles chasing me. Like,
You wanna
this
take
got
scared?
really intense. Really.
Okay, so you're scared and exhausted, and you sort of get caught up in the. You'll make it there, but probably not for curtains up. The other 3 of you ride your bikes, pedaling. Everybody also roll plus move.
You guys
Okay.
go.
Plus
I
move
got
is a thing that I
this.
just made up. Roll the move.
Move.
So that's your body
Do
plus
we
your
like
move.
to move it? Ouch!
I got-
No. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my luck points.
Yep. Same.
Let's see.
All right, let's try it again.
Roll 20 froze on me, so I'm working.
Oh,
on it.
no.
Oh.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think I'm gonna do the same thing as Mike, and I'm gonna try and push it, and probably exhaust myself, and
Okay.
just getting too fast. Because I gotta go
Okay.
fast. There we go. Okay, so
Oh.
Okay.
2 successes.
Yeah, let's hit that exhausted condition, Axel.
Yeah.
But
and then,
a success plus a bonus effect.
so I think I'm probably gonna end up giving a success to one of my friends.
Okay.
All right, move.
Yep.
I'll just go ahead and use a luck point.
Okay.
Heck.
Oh my god.
It is just all falling apart right here.
All zeros.
I
all
mean,
the
I
way
can
down.
give one of you a success.
Yeah.
I have another luck point. Can I use 2 luck points in the same rolls or just
No.
1?
No.
I'll
just one
push
roll.
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
I'll push,
Push
it
it.
to yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you push your roll.
How did
That's
I
a
just
big
roll?
ol'- That's a big old none.
How did I just roll
Okay.
18 dice and not roll a single 6?
That's intense.
I don't know. Ask Barry because he just did it too.
All right.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna push it too.
Okay.
Okay.
You have
Uh,
a free point from Axel.
Well, but
I
Mel
do,
might
but one
need it.
like one of us, yeah, might need it. So. All right.
You'll just fall back to me.
Come on!
Yeah. Hey,
Come on!
thanks.
Yes, there we go. There's one. There's a one success.
There's one. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, let's hit that exhausted condition for everybody who pushed it.
Okay.
So everyone's exhausted.
Everyone.
Yeah.
We're
Is that
running real fast.
Are you all exhausted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh boy. All right.
It's fine.
So Axel, you can.
Do I need
give
to
us-
mark
We're
another
trying to
one 'cause I
outrun
failed?
cars.
Oh no, I succeeded because I took the point that.
Yeah, I gave you
Okay.
the extra
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
Okay, there
So
we
I'm the one that takes 2.
Yeah.
You got this, guys. I'll get the power. Just
taking off. So you all pushing yourselves to your physical limit. Again, you're
Bobby.
12, you're resilient, but also you have little legs.
but also my
Just
little legs.
pedal
I
to
burden.
the,
regret this leather jacket and jeans in summer.
yeah, just pedal to the metal. Take off toward the athletic complex. You all sort of pull up, ditching your bikes. Also, Barry is there, I guess, running very fast and good because he's a dog and doesn't have
With
to.
little legs, but he has
No,
four of them.
he's great because he's a dog. He's just like, what the hell are the rest of you doing? Come on, we have a plan to implement. You
Barry
pull
can speak now.
in
Yeah.
my brain he can because he's technically an NPC. You all ditch your bikes. 3 of you anyway. Mike bringing up the rear. You hop off your bikes and sort of run. Do all of you? Are you running into the building, the athletic complex?
Axel is, at least, because he's got the
Okay.
boombox of the sound effects.
Okay. So Axel, boombox sort of blasting, runs through the door, getting ready to set off the trap. The other 2 of you, are you going in with him? What's happening?
Yeah, I guess we're all just running into the building. Because that's where we're trying to draw the adults.
Okay, so Axel and Danny and Mel, you run into the building. This sort of weird, almost like zombie horde, I guess, following you. God, some of the first mystery we're already doing zombies. They sort of charge into the complex, and Charlotte sort of waiting for the cues or to sees you run into Axel and the other 2 of you close behind, and springs your trap, which you have set up. And I'm just sitting here thinking, do I make you roll for this? But I don't think so, because you spent so much time setting it up and doing it. I think you made it this far and it works. The curtains are dropped. Axel, you sort of set up all of these sound effects for the thing, and you sort of see your newfound friends in sort of makeup and cloaks and anything they could sort of scrounge from the department, sort of come to the edges of the scaffolding and just do their damnedest to look like shadow people. And the horde of adults sort of carrying Mike with them filter in very quickly into...
You just go ahead. You just go ahead.
Mike is just,
what's up?
ushering. He's
You're in
the
there.
usher of this performance, just sort of
And when I get
sending
a
people
chance,
in.
I'll run and flick the power up.
Perfect. So you sort of send everybody in and then run around to where thanks to Danny, the,
And I know how to turn it off because I've done it multiple times.
the breaker was, and the power is gone off in the building. And as these adults sort of filter in, sort of scrambling over the barrier, sort of onto the practice field, surrounded by the shadow people. I think you hear sort of screams and gasps, and then this loud sound of sort of everything in the building powering down. And then for a moment, everyone sort of goes quiet, except for the creepy sounds coming from the boombox. And out on the field, all the adults that you have sort of ushered into this building are sort of looking up very briefly at your friends, the shadow people, playing their parts and listening to the sort of spooky ambient music coming out of the boombox. And they're quiet for a second, and then you start to see, and it's hard to see because obviously it's dark in here, but I think just a little bit of movement as they are kind of shaking their heads and kind of moving around. And then eventually one of the dads probably pulls out a flashlight and starts to shine around, and they all just look confused. And I think you hear like kind of one voice from the crowd like, where are we? And then another one, now I thought the festival was at the park.
Bobby's mom, Mrs. Bobby's mom.
Crazy Karen.
Mrs. Bobby's mom looks just as confused as the rest of them. And a little irritated. You know, Karen.
Such a Karen.
It's so funny my mother's name's Karen in real life. It's amazing. I love saying crazy Karen.
Sorry, Mrs. Barry's mom.
Yeah. Crazy Karen.
Guys, what? Do we just like hang out here?
Mike's gonna open up the door and yell out, "Oi, shadow people!" He doesn't know. He's ready to fight shadow people. We never discuss how this plan finishes.
No, we
No,
didn't.
that's what we're dealing with right now.
He's joining the adults.
I think we just tried to sneak out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What if the adults move towards Mike and he just yells that out to you and just freeze?
Everybody roll to sneak.
Okay.
If you're sneaking.
Yeah, let's sneak out. Okay. That's 4.
Is there more than one exit to this place, or is it only this door?
No, there's a couple of well, that would not be up to fire code.
I'd like to make a pitch for Barry helping me sneak.
Okay. Go ahead.
What I do is, because I hear Mike at the door, or I hear Mike out front, like has the door open, and I just yell, or I just like whisper to Barry, I say, "Barry, go home." And I want Barry to essentially like go running like down the steps and running like out the front, like to just like a dog running through the stadium. Yeah, to go home, and hopefully providing enough of a distraction for all of us to like sneak out through like the locker rooms or something like that.
Yeah, I buy that.
I did get 1 success though. Can I use a luck point to reroll the failures to try and get bonuses? Maybe. Is that a thing we can do?
You know, I mean, it seems.
Because isn't it you can just use a luck point to reroll the failures?
Yeah.
It is. You can spend 1 luck point after a failed dice roll. So no.
Which is the
You
one
have
where
to
you can
fail the
reroll
roll.
the failures? Is that the pushing, or is that?
It's like if you
It's well
need-
on pushing and on luck points. The stipulation is you can re-roll all of your failed dice, meaning you don't have to re-roll successes that you've already
Like
rolled.
if you needed more than 1 die to succeed on a check, that would be when.
Yeah,
that would be
you could
helpful.
keep your any successes that you have. You don't have to re-roll those. You can re-roll everything else. But no, you have to for luck points. You have to have failed the roll. So yeah.
Okay.
Which needing more than 1 success on a check to succeed is just like astronomically difficult. Apparently.
especially when you're all 18 for once.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Barry, at the command of "go home," goes home loudly and running as a dog would.
Bork, bork.
So we have Axel succeeding, Mel succeeding,
I got 1 success.
and Danny succeeding. So yeah, you all sort of creep out through the
If the
locker room.
adults seem normal. Do they seem normal?
Yeah, they seem a little confused about how they got here, but I mean a lot of their cars are here and everything. So
Karen, people want to know what's happening now at the show. Like, all just left. Just try and play it like, why'd you just leave the show, guys?
yeah, I mean she does like keep believing you, so you sort of, I guess, continue to be on Karen's good side and help her sort of filter the adults out of the practice football field into the night and back into their cars and back to the festival. Do any of you do anything else, or are you just gonna let it
I think.
sort of let it ride?
I
I'll
mean,
go back to my AV duties.
I'm imagining the scene where all the kids go outside after this like harrowing experience, and we all just like look at each other, and just like one by one, we all go walking off in separate directions back to like the end of an '80s kids on bikes movie.
But you all sort of end up going the same way because you all live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's just like
True.
they'll never believe us.
It's essentially the end of it, part one of it, where
Part
we all
one.
just like look at each other and we
It's-
realize what happened. We realize we'll never be the same, and we just all go walking off in the same direction. So,
Okay.
I
There-
want to go finish my AV club duties and try to explain to Mr. Crystal Clark Scott what the fuck just happened.
Okay. There will, I'm sure, probably be some fallout from this, but we're already running a little late, so we will end our session there for tonight.
I will say Axel shuffles through some tapes and puts on "Don't You Forget About Me." That's
Yeah.
very moving.
Yas.
So you ride off into the Alabama sunset.
Just before that, I want Mike to be like, well, can't get any more weird here. Can it? Wish.
And the song starts to play. And we'll end there
Fade to black.
for the night. Mystery concluded. Or is it? We'll find out next time. Thank you, everybody who was out there watching and lurking and doing all that fun stuff. We really appreciate you being here. Thanks, you guys, for playing. I'm going to say first mystery solved.
Hey.
You did it.
Woo.
We played a whole tale from the loop.
Yeah.
Good job. And I hope you guys liked it. And if so, we'll keep doing it. But yeah, we will be back not in 2 weeks, unfortunately, because there is going to be some traveling happening on this end of the game, but we'll be back in 3 weeks. So on March 19th, that's a Thursday, we will be back with same game, same folks, new mystery to start. So yeah, that'll be Thursday, the 19th of March, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Any last words? That seems too like cryptic for this game, but I haven't thought of anything better to say.
Any
Oh,
last
gosh.
words?
Any last words, you 12-year-old children who can't die?
That's the longest 48 hours I've known people. And I'm pretty certain I now have every adult in this town loving me. It's a nice guy, that Mike kid. But
All the
like,
important
yeah.
ones.
we'll see how long
All right.
that lasts for.
Well, this time specifically, we'll be back in 3 weeks. We'll tweet about it. I'll post about it. So don't forget, we'll be back for Same Kids, New Mystery. But until then, good game. And catch you on the flip side, Internet.
Catch you on the
Ooh.
flip side.
Catch you on the flip side, internet.
Good afternoon. Doesn't work when you say